I did not update my OBS, thankfully. Seems like it's good. At least it seems like it's good, I don't know. I'm watching the... usually my markers for how good OBS is running is how good the meters are moving. Because if I notice lag in the meters, then that's like, okay, there's probably a problem. That would be my guess, you know? It's like, oh, something's probably wrong if the meters aren't moving correctly. But it seems like it's fine. It looks alright. Yeah, I heard a lot of people were having issues with OBS today, because it seems like it's... It seems like the newest update has broken a lot of the functionality. Thankfully, I use no plugins, but still. It's better. I think at this point, it's better that I don't risk it, you know? Had a Sprite before stream. I like the glass bottle ones, you know, like, it's kind of sounds silly, but like for Americans, it's like, if you want sugar, if you want like something with real sugar in it, you have to find the specific kind of soda, which is not always possible. Thankfully, there's a place nearby that occasionally carries it, which is nice. Because, you know, most of the time it's not really a thing you can get off, like on a regular basis. We're so close to having all three Gate Guardian pieces, rather. Okay, we're on... Oh yeah, I have to bring up the... I almost forgot. I almost forgot to bring up the monsters. Monster locations. Yes. Let's see, what mission were we on again? Trying to remember, I know we got Gaia last. Gaia was the one we got last time. Yeah, there we go. Banishment, yeah. The third Harpy Lady, that's right. Liberate Kaipi Town. Okay, that doesn't sound too bad. Oh, jeez. But yeah, I'm working as fast as I can on Madman's Dice. I want it ready for Halloween. But I'm a little scared that it's not gonna be ready, but I think with what's on the horizon, I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be okay. Doing good work. I'm feeling good about what's being done too, so. I think one thing I found that's really hard for me to wrap my head around sometimes is that when I'm working on the game, I don't have the real-time lighting. I don't have real-time what the game is doing when I'm working on it. So I think sometimes it's harder for me to reconcile mentally where the player's headspace is going to be, because I'm looking at it and it's like, you know, it's in perfect brightness, so I don't really see what the player's going to be seeing. And I recognize that I have to kind of have to mentally reset myself sometimes, just go and play the game some more, you know? Oh, he stays like that. Why does he... Oh, the Magician of Black Chaos stays like that. Okay, why is he still like that? Interesting. I'm beginning to realize that I think I might have... Question. Replace. Question. I now have a serious question. Oh, you can't return him back. Oh, I see. That's actually kind of interesting. So I made a permanent choice to make him the Magician of Black Chaos, and now he's stuck like that. That's actually kind of surprising. I don't know, that's actually... It's a little bit worrying, but it's also kind of interesting. Prevents enemies from dodging attacks. Oh, that's pretty cool. That actually might be pretty helpful. You know what, that might be pretty helpful to have on hand. Okay. Yeah, but, I'm doing my best, I think I'm going to be stressing about it until the game is 100% done and I feel ready for it to go out. I think when it hits that point, I'll stop stressing so much, but even then, I will be stressing getting it onto... I'll be stressing about it getting to Steam properly. So... I kind of reckon that I won't be unstressed until after Halloween. And even then, I'll probably have a day or two where I have to just I have to go and check things over, you know? I already saved the game. Oh boy. I'm gonna be stressed about Madman's Dice for a while. I know it. Once it's out, it'll be, you know, back to where I was mentally, but... Whew. Alrighty. It's time for us to settle this once and for all. Careful what you ask, or I might take control of your marshals and send you running again. Yeah, I don't think so. What? So easy for you to control people then why blackmail Kaiba? Why not just hypnotize them, huh? Your mind control's a mental attack, and it doesn't always work, does it? Sometimes it does, but not always. By the look on your face, I know I'm right. If you were really serious about being the ultimate game master, the rules would be a lot more unbalanced. But you didn't set it up that way. Why? The answer's obvious. For some reason, you need this world to be as fair, as close to the real world as possible. And that means when you're a player yourself, you can't intervene. Well, it's a good bluff. We'd get you cornered, get careless, and then you'd try to hypnotize us. Even if we did break free, you could afford to let us get close to victory and get careless again. That happened? Yes, Joey. Ska's not omnipotent here. He's just another player. He's laughing. Simply amazing. A brilliant deduction, Yugi. You're right. I have my own reasons for making this world as perfect as possible. Take great pleasure defeating you myself. Let's see if you're as strong as you think you are. Nothing but a third-rate fighter. You don't match for me. I have to shut that trap of yours for you. Okay. Yugi's force is free. Sigvarth's. So... Alright, so let's see. I need to locate what's called Kaipi Town. Which I'm gonna send Mai to do, whichever one it is. That one has anti-air. Interesting. Okay. We're finally getting some different setups here. I'm going to investigate the map really quick. I think it'd be better for me to investigate where I'm going. Tower Southern. Sigvarth's Gate, Sigvarth's... Is this the right one? Let me see. Mission 19. Yeah, this is the one. Because we got Gaia last time. That's what we ended on. Liberate Kaipi Town. I need to look at the map again, because I don't think I recognize where it is. Maybe it's because it's not an enemy. It's not an enemy area. Maybe? I don't know. Oh. Germ infection. Is that... Oh, it must be an item. Oh, God. Oh, I will say I did not grab the manual. I probably should, because I don't know what that status ailment does. It's probably just poison, but that sucks. I'm guessing this is why I should have the Goblin Secret Remedy. Because we definitely need it for something like this. Let's see. Do we have one on hand? We don't. Okay. We're going to just need to heal then when things get dicey, but that's not awful. It's just kind of like, oh, well, I kind of would prefer that wasn't the case. So that's all right. We'll make it work. We'll make it do. Alrighty. Yeah, but I think when it comes to any game's development lifecycle, there's always going to be that time frame where the developer is going to be a little bit nervous the whole time. I feel like if you ever have a developer who's never worried about the state of the project, they're probably not particularly invested in it, or they are vastly overconfident. It's not like you need to be paranoid about, you know, things going horribly wrong. It's just a healthy dose of caution I think it makes for a better developer. And in general, it makes for a better artist. And I don't think it's a good idea when somebody doesn't have that sort of in the back of their head contingency type stuff going on. Okay, why am I missing this guy consistently? What's the deal? Alright, I'll just start hitting the one that's not guarding them. Thankfully, we have a bajillion actions, so we're good to just attack as much as we please. I probably should also make sure we hit the store. Raime. Oh, it's a weaker version of Raigeki, I see. And it paralyzes, so that kind of sucks. Oh, but paralysis and poison together sucks, because that means we won't be able to... We won't be able to recover, we'll just be taking damage. I see. Okay. Yeah, definitely need to... I definitely need to have on each team some Goblin Secret Remedy. Because we definitely... Oh, we got out of it. Okay, good. Oh. It's funny that we can naturally get out of most ailments in this game. Because some ailments, it feels like you're stuck with them forever if you have them. So it's interesting when this game kind of just lets you get out of them naturally. It says liberate Kaipe Town, but I don't see it, so hang on. I need to read. I am the master of Swords of a Library. I should know how to read. Okay, is there another monster nearby? No. Or not, at least not close enough that I have to worry about it. Historic Gate. Oh, there's Kaipe Town. I see. So I'll have to send my... I'll send my south and then directly across. Because she'd be able to make it there the fastest. So we can just do that. Because I think we want to send her over anyway. Just also for the flavor win, so... It'll be pretty good. Alright, there we go. Easy win. Easy win. And beta levels up again. Very good, very good. I feel like getting... if I have to take Giant Soldier Stone off the team at any point, I will be a little sad. Okay, let's see. Team command, my... I'll just send her to the direct bottom of the map, because that should work just fine. I hope so, at least. And then we'll... I feel like each map, the main thing is as long as I'm sending my team out in an efficient manner, we should be okay. I did notice that we need to... We're going to need to do some stuff with sending units in... We're gonna have to send specific units to each castle. I guess it's nice that I know now that I can check each castle for their fortifications. It's not like I need to go in blind. Because we can just go and check, which is... I think it's probably one of the nicest things this game does, is it lets you check everything. Like, it lets you check the enemy stats, it lets you check the enemy, you know, resources. There's a lot of stuff it just lets you know, even if you probably shouldn't. It's funny, because I don't even think they let you do this sort of thing even close to it in something like Pokemon or... I think Fire Emblem did it, for the most part. I think Fire Emblem would do that. But it's interesting, because I don't think many other... There aren't many other titles in the strategy RPG genre that would do that. At least at this era, this point in time. So I think at this point in time, they were still pretty set on trying to keep things from the player in some places. At least statistically, like number stuff. Not all the time, but I think sometimes. I think especially if it was number stuff that was an inherent advantage to know. Actually, with this game especially, I feel like it's a interesting choice to let the player kind of have that behind the curtain look, to know that, hey, this is the opponent with the lowest defense, you can go for them first, kind of stuff. Because that's the sort of stuff that I would be like kind of looking for. I'm guessing that I'm correct that the two, I think the spider, I can double check myself, but yeah, they're the weakest. Oh my god, 4,000 defense, holy. Yeah, we're gonna get the spiders first because we don't need to deal with that. As much as I'd like to face tank 4,400 defense multiple times, we don't need to. These guys are really strong though, so it is gonna be a heck of a fight. This is probably gonna be one of the longer missions, just on the basis that it's going to have a lot of enemies that are just high level. We might need to move Simon just so we can get other people to level up from this sort of stuff, because holy crap. It's pretty good. What is this game? Hey, Lollyfan, how's it going today? This is Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom. It is... I'm gonna make sure that... I should probably make sure that I'm streaming on the right category. But it's essentially... I've had people describe it as Fire Emblem Yu-Gi-Oh! Which isn't entirely false, but it's basically... This is standard Yu-Gi-Oh! This is like an RPG. Yeah. It's basically a real-time strategy game and a... It's like a real-time strategy game and it's an RPG, but it's also... But it uses the Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters. It does technically also use the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, but I would say that it's like sort of. It's supposed to be a story that takes place in between, like after Battle City, essentially. And it's a story that sort of follows the gang joining a VR game after Battle City. That's basically what it is. And we get to control teams of 3 monsters in like strategy battles. It's actually kind of sick. There's not not every character has multiple moves, but it's really sick seeing what they were able to do with what they have resource wise. They also take cues from the other spin-offs like Forbidden Memories and Duels of the Roses. It's really neat seeing what they were able to do with this one. Like the character of Simon, as I know, the character of Simon is an invention of a lot of the spin-off games. He's kind of like because they have Simon in a bunch of the spin-offs, as I know it. That's my understanding of these. But yeah, we're in a fantasy world created by a guy named Scott. A dude named Scott wanted to make a VR game, and he said, "Let me trap everybody in it." Because what else are you going to do with VR other than be a evil weirdo with it? Truly. It's like Sword Art Online was just the final result of everybody's fears of VR. Alright, no crit? Okay, we're good. Okay, I think we're good to just attack as much as we can. This tank has a lot of HP and really high defense, but I'm not that worried because we get more actions. And of course, Fizz-Diz is broken, so it's good. It'll be fine. Okay, I might need to heal Suijin though. Yes, okay, I do. Okay, I'm not gonna let my monsters die. But yeah, this isn't. It's like it uses the Yu-Gi-Oh stat lines as the basis for the monsters. So like their attack and defense are the same as their cards. But as you level them up, they actually will gain attack and defense over time. And stars represent the number of actions they can take in a battle. The main key of this game is that you can have multiple battles in a row with the same monsters, and depending on how things are going, you might have to fight them more than once if you don't finish them off, but like, for example, this battle, I think we're just going to end this particular guy's whole career. I think. Oh, almost. One more attack. I do like this game. I like how this game reimagined the monsters of the time. I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! Could do with more spin-offs. I don't know. I feel like with the current lifespan of Yu-Gi-Oh! Over its history, I feel like the spin-offs are the things that people remember. It's like people love playing the card game, but I feel like the spin-offs have a certain special spot in people's hearts. And it kind of sounds weird, but I actually do feel like the spin-offs have a particular thing about them that makes them feel more nostalgic for their era. If that makes sense. Like it actually does feel like people really like the spin-offs a lot. Which I think is a really cool thing to see. Okay, we liberated that town. I'm gonna keep Simon there for now, and then we'll send... I think I want to send Tristan to go get this one, I think. I might send... I gotta check. I guess I gotta check. This one is a healer. Let's see. I'll send Taya that way. There we go. Yeah, I've never played any of them myself. Yeah, this is probably the most outlandish of all of these spin-offs. I'll be honest. This one's definitely one of the most bizarre of the spin-offs. Just in general. But some of my friends love Duel of the Roses or whatever. Yeah, Duel of the Roses. I think Duel of the Roses might be the golden child for spin-offs for Yu-Gi-Oh! In my opinion. It feels kind of like Duel of the Roses is the favorite. But I haven't heard anybody say that any of the spin-offs are just bad. It's like they're mostly just like weird for everybody. They're mostly just weird takes on Yu-Gi-Oh. But I think a lot of it is kind of presuming that you're coming into this game expecting Yu-Gi-Oh. But it's like if you read the back of the box, it says, oh yeah, it's a strategy game with Yu-Gi-Oh monsters. It's not... They make it pretty clear what it is and what it isn't. So it's... I feel like this one... Whenever people see it, I feel like it's really weird, but I like these spin-offs. I don't know, they're really fun. I think I also like the Yu-Gi-Oh games that are doing more than just... It's like, I like the card game a lot, but I like when the card games are supplemented by other game mechanics. Like, this is kind of my all-time favorite game is, I think, I'd like to say it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Spirit Caller, or at the very least that era of the DS video games, because they always made a point to make a world around the card game, and it wasn't just go play the card game. It was like with Spirit Caller. It's you're going through the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX anime. It's sort of like Dragon Ball Z Budokai, where you're going through the story of Dragon Ball Z, but you have a fighting game and you go through the fights. It's like that, but you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's just the anime of GX, and it's really fun. Because you get to do all the classes. You get to do classes. You get to do like exploring campus and stuff, and you can make friends with people. It's really cool. It's kind of neat. It's just a fun little thing. I think that's why people like Tag Force, because you get the. I think that one's dating sim plus Yu-Gi-Oh, which is really funny. Because I'm just imagining. I feel like the go-to move for a lot of people would have been date their favorite character and then just get to hang out with them forever. But yeah, it's like, I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! Spin-offs are beloved because they immerse you in the game's world more. Okay, so the one on this one's the next target. I think it's because of the fact that you're getting a fun story. It may not even be well written, because sometimes it's just the anime. So it's like there's some hits and misses. I think. Case in point, I think the character of Cyrus in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is especially annoying. I don't think he's even I don't even think he's unlikable. I just think that as a character, he's written very strangely. Because it feels kind of like he gets dunked on every other week, but he also still makes progress like everybody else, and it feels weird. But I do really like the other games that do more with it. Like, there's a Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds game that actually has some fun stuff with it, where there's a bunch of, it's like an overworld map you run around on, and you can talk to people and duel them and stuff. But there's also speed duels, which, yeah, the speed duels are weird, and they actually have the speed spells from the anime, that's cool. And I think spin-offs for Yu-Gi-Oh! The thing they do most effectively is draw people in, because you're not just playing the card game. It's like it feels like you're really doing something with playing the game. I do think that in the case of this game, its greatest strength is the fact that it's frankly a bit weird of a method to play Yu-Gi-Oh, because it is kind of weird. It's like it is kind of strange to have somebody go through and you're saying, yes, I am going to do a strategy RPG with turn-based combat with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters. Kind of, it kind of feels a bit like the modern series Yu-Gi-Oh! Chronicles. They're doing that anime on YouTube, where they're doing the animated episodes where they're showing in-card lore as an animated series. Sort of like how they fleshed out the lore in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel solo mode, and then did nothing with it. But I know I've talked to a couple people, and they said that a game like this nowadays would actually do really well, because it is something different, and with the new monsters, you could do so much cool stuff with it. I actually think, now thinking about it, you probably could reasonably make some kind of action RPG, or maybe another strategy game. I'm personally surprised that they never did anything with the Elemental Heroes in terms of an action game. I don't know, maybe it's just me being weirdly hopeful for some kind of Yu-Gi-Oh! Spin-off that's just really out there. But, like if somebody said, If somebody said, "Hey, we're taking the gameplay style of that 2000s era," I'm thinking of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game for the GameCube. That was, it was a beat 'em up game, but it was 3D, and it was actually kind of. I might need to play it sometime if I have it. I think I should still own it, but I'm gonna go. I could go look for it, but basically it was based on the 2003 reboot, which was the, I think it was like the edgy one. I say edgy, but it wasn't. It was like for daytime TV, so you know. Okay, why am I not hitting this guy? Is he just built different? What's up? There we go. Jeez, that took a lot of shots to do nothing. Oh right, he guarded. Doy. I will say the game says that if you attack somebody after they guard, then you can break their guard. But it feels like it takes more than a couple attacks to actually do that. So. I don't know how much I trust that information. Alright, but the castle's ours anyway, so that's good. Nice. But I'm thinking about that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, but then layer on top of it Elemental Heroes. I don't even know if that's a weird take, I just think that's like a cool idea. I'm just thinking, man, that would be sick, huh? Okay, let's see. Birds. Okay, so one thing that is worrying about this is that these particular enemies can fuse. And I've had a couple fights already where they will absolutely trash me if I let them get that at all. Because when they confuse, they can make a much stronger monster than I'm ready to deal with. All right, thankfully with that attack I just used, they're blind. That's good. Okay, which one do I go for first? You know what? This is probably one where I want to go for the middle one first, even though he has higher defense. But only because this particular enemy is the one that fuses. The other two birds by themselves are kind of useless, so we might be able to get away with targeting one at a time if we go for the middle. Because then the other two won't be too bad. Nice. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Yep, polymerization. God dang it. I was worried about that, and then they did it anyway. Okay. This is going to be a lot harder now that they're fused, but at the same time, it does also mean if I can hard target the fused one, and I can get rid of him, we might be okay. Okay, one thing I am going to do, though, is heal. I don't think I hit him, so that's a bit unfortunate. One thing I did learn is that if you attack a fused monster for some reason, it actually, it leaves them both with reduced HP. So we could... Yeah, I think if I just go full tilt on the fused monster, we might be able to actually make him crack. I think especially with what is left, I think we might be able to do a lot here. He's waiting. I might need to use the special move again. Yeah, I think if we could do enough damage, especially if we crit. A crit would go huge. Okay, so that one's out of the fight for now. And he missed, so that's good. I like this game. I like this game a fair bit. I did find out there are 3 entire storylines with it, where you basically have 3 different campaigns to play through, which... I'm gonna be honest, that's actually a surprising amount for a game of this era. Because there's something about the fact that it has that much game to it that kind of surprises me a little. Like, the programming around the main gameplay mechanics isn't too crazy, but the fact they were able to fit 3 storylines is really cool. I like that. Of course, it doesn't hurt either that the story's been pretty fun. It's not the most surprising story in the world, but I feel like with games like this, it's kind of a good thing when you're just having fun with it. You know, it's not like you're going through the motions, but it's more like, you know that you're just trying to hit the beats people expect of you. You're having fun, and the story feels right at home in the world. So I think that's good. I think that's a fun time. And I think now the fusion's dead? It is. Okay, cool. I was correct. I was correct in my assumption that I could very easily win the fight this way. Okay. We will have to do a second round to finish the job, but that's fine. And of course, now all of Tea's monsters should level up. I feel like Dancing Elf, the only reason we keep her around is because of the ability. That ability is kind of busted. Just the functionality alone of being able to do something like that is very good. Okay, we'll let her finish the job, and then we can... We'll move Yugi up to help out with the fort. Because we need him to. I need some water, jeez. The change of the seasons is definitely getting to me a little bit physically, but I think that's fine. The coming of autumn is expected and accounted for. I feel like it's one of those things that no matter where you live, I feel like the movement of the seasons will always find some way to mess with you. Especially as you get older, I feel like allergies change. I think it's, what was it? It was every 7 years, like your allergies could shift a little. Like the way your body reacts to stuff changes, as I recall. Because that's about the time that all of your cells have replaced, themselves. Oh, hey. The ad break announcement comes on. Okay, that's good. I'm very surprised that that works as intended. Sounds like that's such a sad thing to say, but... Sometimes, man. Okay, let's see. I think I want Joey to go up here. Let's see. Send Joey up here. There's Scott. Okay, so one has anti-ground, one has anti-air. Okay. I see. I see what I can do strategically, so this is fine. This is gonna be a lot of travel, so it's probably fine that I'm just taking my time. Okay, let's see. I'll send Mai on ahead. Yeah, I think this is the only part that I wish I had like a button to kind of fast forward a little. But even then, this isn't too bad. This is hardly the worst thing the game has to offer. Okay, one thing I could also do is I'll send Fizdiz up here. And I think the rest is fine. I think we're good. We want to take every fort, because every fort has the chance to get us something new. And it's nice. Let's see. Equipment. Healing. Not bad. Okay, well they're healing just as part of being at the fort, so that's fine. Okay, you know what I could do is send Simon, just to be safe, I'll send Simon back to the main town we need to keep. Alright, there we go. Very cool. This is very weird. I do like that they clearly show that there's like, oh, there's rivers and roads and stuff. The map making of this place is very cool. I appreciate it. Let's see, how do I... Ah, yeah, there we go. It's in the corner of the map. The literal corner of the map. They shoved this town in the corner. Oh, boy. Alright, what are we dealing with? Oh, this again. German faction. I feel like German faction as a tactic is a little weird, but I get it. It's poison, so it's fine. I see why they go for it. Alright, welcome back. Currently, we're trying to take this town. We're trying to take this fort, rather. I think this is one of those strategies I'm seeing now that I'm kind of curious why this is the battle they introduce it. Because they're using the strategy of let's throw poison at everybody. I'm curious why this particular battle is the one they do it with. Ow. And paralysis. I don't remember if the manual says that paralysis affects crit rate or anything, but I feel like games like this have a million hidden status ailments, you know, that sort of stuff. I feel like this is one of those games that would have hidden mechanics as part of the game. And I'm curious if this game's math actually does have a bunch of stuff like that, you know, where they have the... Because I would definitely include that. I feel like having hidden mechanics was one of those secret sauce things that game developers did. Especially if it was a game that had relatively easy numbers. So adding on status ailments or small little extra effects was always just kind of there for fun. You know, like you can have some fun messing with adding stuff like that to everything. I know that's what I did I actually did that with my own work, because I did it with Red Genie, that pretty much every element of magic had a status ailment attached to it, because I liked the idea of making a game where status ailments aren't useless, where you're actually able to use status ailments in a way that is not just fun, but also varied. You know, you're able to utilize every element. I imagine somebody has at least tried to beat the game with like, you know, can you beat it with one element sort of stuff, or how few elements can you use it at a time? Because I know I did that a little bit when I was developing it. I think fire was the one that I tried it the most often with, and I think the only reason I couldn't finish a run with like that was because I think it was mainly just because you want to use other abilities just to like match damage output in some cases. But there's other games like, I think Persona does a good job of that, where just add ailments to stuff, add hidden stuff to your attacks. It's definitely nice when you can come to understand what it's doing, you know, like it's not the same as just having random secret, like, unspoken bull crap in your game. It's more, okay, you use an attack and then there's a logical, oh, and this is what it does. Like, I think paralysis in, like, Pokemon having paralysis affect speed is a logical jump that makes sense. That you would have your speed slowed down if you were, you know, electrified. So it makes logical sense that that's how it works. Let's see. I will, however, heal Dark Magician Girl all the way up, and you know, I'll spend the money to heal Summon Skull. I feel like that's worth it. There we go. Are you with the Resistance? My name is Kirino. My sisters and I were hoping to join. Started out together, but we got separated along the way. My sisters are sure to try and join the Resistance too, so can I come with you, please? I'll even help you fight. It's funny because I sent Mai to go get him, so it's funny that she's like, "Can I join the Resistance?" It's like I sent your sisters to go get you, so yes. I will send Yugi to go help. And this is all right. Yeah, Fizz. All right, there we go. And then we'll grab Mai and send her along as well. All right, there we go. I would like, it is my goal right now and my hope that I can get all 3 Harpy ladies on the same team. That would be very cool. What is he doing? He sent a tank to go after one of my towns, I guess. I don't know. That's a little strange, but understandable. I'm guessing it's a time-based thing. I'm guessing. I have no idea. Sometimes the missions in this game have some weird timing things. Like, there are certain monsters you have to wait until... I think what was it? There was one in particular you had to wait until he shows up. I think it was Was it Dark Magician Girl, or was it... I forget which one it was now. I think... Let me check. I just remember there's one particular monster you have to sit and wait for it to get. Let's see, where is it? I'm gonna scroll back up real quick and see. Which one was it? Yeah, oh, it was Dark Magician Girl. Yeah, she shows up she shows up after a long wait, and it takes quite a while for her to show up. Which is... not terrible, but it is also funny because it's one of those ones that if you play too fast, you'll miss. So, you kind of have to be careful not to actually finish the mission too quickly. Otherwise, you'll end up losing a monster. I guess if I had to complain about anything in this game, and it's something that I think if you were to make a modern recreation of this, it would be changed, is that there's no indication where to get monsters. Like when you're, because some of them you find on the overmap, on the big map there, and you have to walk over a specific section of map, and you just have to get lucky that you find them. Like it's, if I were, I'm not doing it 100% blind because I did kind of have to open. I kind of had to open the game, like a strategy. I guess it's a guide, but it's specifically a guide for where the monsters are because. When I found out how you find monsters, I was like, no, okay, I absolutely need something to help me out here with that, because that is some S-tier bull hockey. Absolute nonsensory. Because it was like, you have to walk over a specific spot between like two sections of the map. And some of them it's like, okay, walk in the center of the lake. You know, it's like, okay, what? It makes me wonder how long it took for people to figure out all of them. This is also one of the last documented games too, so it does mean that we also get the unfortunate... It has the unfortunate side effect of everybody has to kind of go scrounging for information if they're playing it. I do see an interesting thing here. And I'm kind of wondering if... Curious. I'm curious where this is all going. I guess the thing I'm most curious to is how we're going to handle the... Because apparently the end of the game has some crazy stuff, so we'll see. Okay. I might just have Fizdiz finish the job here. Maybe? Not too bad. Fight him again. We'll just finish the job. Might as well. Yeah, I like this. I think this game. You know what it kind of feels like to me in some ways is it feels a bit like how I felt about playing the Stadium games for Pokemon, where as a spin-off it tests different skills, but it's still. I think some of the principles of the main game still apply. Like Pokemon Stadium's a little easier to spot because it's literally just playing Pokemon. But I feel like with this game it still has the same. It has the same principles as when you play a Yu-Gi-Oh card game where just going off on the offensive isn't always the best move. And reading the field is just as important in this game as it is in the card game. It's kind of hard. I feel like maybe that's why spin-offs of this series do so well is because all the spin-offs are in a way related to the core gameplay of the card game. You very rarely get one that feels like it isn't faithful to the original series, to either the anime or the game. And in this case, it does both, but in ways that aren't often taken to. It's probably why this game. Maybe it's also why this game, it's in that weird limbo zone. Because I've heard that, I have seen that people kind of view this one as the most out there. You know, it's kind of the furthest away from the other games. And I feel like it's a bit of a shame that people don't talk about it as much because, like, obviously there's a community to it because there's a speedrun guide that I've been pulling from for help here, for finding monsters and such, but it does feel like, of the spin-offs, I think this one deserves more attention. I think it is one of those things, though, where if somebody's going to play it as a casual run, and they're not worried about speedrunning or, that stuff, I do think they would have a better time. I don't often advocate directly for emulating, because I like playing physical copies myself, and this game is actually remarkably cheap as a collector's thing. It's not hard to acquire. I got it for like 20-some bucks, so it's not, obviously it's not like super expensive to get. But I would say this one, with emulation, having the ability to double speed on the map when you want to might be a nice quality of life thing. Just because that's probably the only real complaint I have, is that the length of time it takes to walk across the map can sometimes be kind of difficult to mentally grapple with. But it's not like it's particularly awful either, it's not like, I wouldn't say that it's the worst thing ever to have to walk across the map. It's just kind of like, oh, if I were a different kind of player, I would probably try to find some way around that, And that's okay. I don't think everybody is like me and is there for the game experience as it was. Hey, Julian, how's it going? It's going good. I'm feeling good today. Today's been good. I'm happy. I'm feeling good. How are you doing? I hope everything's good. Hope everything's well. I'm like, we're doing well this fight. I'm liking that this battle is going well, but also it feels kind of like, I feel like this one, I feel like this is supposed to feel like the final fight, but it's really not. I can kind of tell it's not, because it doesn't feel quite like we're near the end of the game. Then again, I also think that maybe it's because it also has that weird feeling of, oh, we haven't really gotten any. We haven't really found the end of the rainbow here. We don't know what the end of the game's gonna look like. But yeah, I'm liking I like that this game took the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff and used it in the most weird way possible. I think it is that they use the attack and defense stats as the basis for an RPG. This feels like the kind of thing I would have tried to design as a kid. Because I actually did try to design games as a kid. I was very much the kind where I would look at a game, like pieces of a board or a game or something, and try to make my own rules. Like I need to escape the 9-to-5 lifestyle. I get that. I feel like there are pros and cons to. It's like freelancing is one thing, it's like working on your own time is one thing, but I do feel like there's pros and cons to it that are hard to ignore. I feel like with the 9-to-5 though, the fact that it's always consistent is a nice thing. It's very helpful in the long term to have a regular routine. I guess weird thing, I actually do keep myself pretty regular, as it were. Like, I tend to avoid trying to have a very maverick lifestyle. I like to wake up the same time every day. I think it's one of those things that's difficult, I mean, I wake up at 7 every morning because I like to see the sun rising. Schedule's the most consistent of any streamer I've seen. Yeah, that's also something that I have found is kind of a boon, is that with very rare exception, I am always streaming the exact same 3 nights, the same exact times, every single week. And I will brag about it a little bit. With only, I think this year I've only missed 3 streams, and it was for elements out of my control. Like, I think twice it was the power going out, and once it was, I think, quite literally, I just, like something, I think it was because my computer was, yeah, my computer was in the shop, that's right. Only 3 times surgery. Oh yeah, the surgery, that's right. I did miss, yeah, you're right. I guess I would put it up to, does that be, well, no, I streamed the Thursday? Oh no, not Thursday, the Sunday. Because I know I missed the one day after the surgery, yeah, you're right. Which would have been... Yeah, I mean, honestly, no, let me think, because it's like... I'm trying to think of how many I missed for that one. I think I missed 2 for that. So let's see, if I stream 3 times a week, and I missed, yeah, 5 streams. How many weeks we've had so far? Because there's 52 weeks in a year. We're in September now, so 5 days out of, well, 24th. I mean, I've only missed a couple streams, so yeah, you're right though. But I've only missed about 5 or so streams, so, and most of it was stuff like I said, like the surgery, or like the nose surgery, or like the power going out twice, which even then one of those we just started an hour later, so yeah, it's one of those things that I kind of pride myself on, is trying to keep my streaming schedule as consistent as possible, because it's like, I don't know, I like to maintain my rhythm and schedule every week. Makes me happy. And of course, it means that everybody can expect to find me at the exact same time, at the exact same day. And the only real exception is if I add a stream, really. Which, I guess, speaking of, I do plan on doing some kind of stream the day after Madman's Dice comes out. Basically just adding a Saturday stream, with the intent of doing like a very long, long stream. I don't know if I'd do a donathon or a subathon or some type of thon type thing. I don't really know if that's a thing I would do, because I don't really know what incentives I'd have. I don't know. I guess that's one thing I haven't figured out, is how to do incentives, because I don't really know what to offer half the time. I feel like that's one thing I haven't quite figured out, but I guess the point is that I guess the point therein is that in any case, I'm gonna try and make a 12-hour, not 12-hour, probably 2 6-hour things or something, so I have a break to go get food or something. But basically just a stream with the excuse of I'd like to celebrate Madman's Dice being out and also promote it and do all that. I guess the funny thing is, because it's a horror game, I don't want to play it on stream right away. I do plan on doing like my director's, my dev stream of it, so I can talk about the game and its eccentricities, like I did with Red Genie. But I also feel like playing a horror game too early, to my eye, feels a bit like, okay, that's maybe not the best move, because I want to keep the surprises close to the chest, So it's one of those things I kind of would like to. All right, let me wait till Mai gets closer, and then we'll have them both move in at the same time. No. Well, he's dead. Yeah, I think it's been 5 streams this year, which I guess in the grand scheme of the fact that I've done over 100 streams, what kind of numbers are you aiming for in terms of downloads? I think the main goal would be, if I'm thinking about purchase and download, purchase, download, and they did both, and they actually played the game, I would say, let's see, the game's gonna be $9.99, because I think going for $10 is fine. I think $10 is, for the amount of music and the story and the writing I've done for it, and because I've basically written a full book at this point, and I'm not even 100% done. I've basically written a full book, and I've done all the programming, the music, I've done all that stuff. $10. I would say my main goal is to break even on the Steam I think that's my first goal is to break even on the Steam deposit, basically, like the thing you pay for Steam to host your game. So let's see, and I get 70%. They say they give like 70% of a sale, so easy number is $7. So 100. It sounds very low, but I checked the number on that. Basically, as long as I make 15 sales, I broke even. Which sounds very... That sounds very low, but if I get... Here's the thing. If I sell the game 15 times... No way, yeah. But if I sell 15 copies, and those 15 people leave reviews of the game, you know, hopefully good reviews, I hope. Maybe like one of those... I love the ones that are the pros and cons, where it's like, here's what's good about the game. Your time is worth way more than that. I mean, yes, but I also have to earn that. It's not just my time. It's my effort and my work. I have to earn that. And yeah, I believe as a dev, I hope I make more. I do hope I make more. My goal is 50. My goal is 50. Is 50 sales. That's what I want. And anything further than that is massive to me. Because I'm an independent developer who has no marketing. I have no one... I can't pay anybody to do that, really. I am going to try and get some streamers to play it, maybe. I'll try that again. I did that with Red Genie to some success. I actually was quite pleased with... I was able to get in hold of some of the streamers I talk to regularly, and they played it. And they had fun. I was able to get confirmation, essentially, that I did good. That was nice. And with this game, I'm going to try and do the same thing. Do you have marketing vids? Sorry, I missed it. No, well, this one, I made that trailer. I put the trailer up on YouTube. And it's, of course, that's actually why I market. I put links to the Steam page in every VOD. Every single VOD has links to all of my stuff. It's probably one of those things that it can go kind of under the radar, but every single VOD I have, you can pay to promote the video to get more views. Yes. Which is also kind of wraps back to, I only have so much money to work with, and I probably would have to budget out a fair bit of... I probably have to budget out a fair bit to get enough money, to put enough money down for that sort of stuff. I think paying, like... You know what's the one thing? Buying premium for Twitter isn't worth it, because I know that that's one that I did try that... I think it was last year. I tried that for 2 months. I tried it for a month or two. I think it was like 1 month. I used their free month, and I wanted to see if it would help. And it didn't. It didn't really do anything to move the needle. Which, that was last year too, so kind of surprising. And in the case of, let's see, and then I'm going through it. I'm going through each step. And then with Facebook, it's the same thing. Realize I'm paying premium for Twitter on an account I'm not really using. Oh, that sucks. You might want to cancel that. Let's see. And I'm thinking through it all. Facebook is the same thing where you pay money into it and it's like, I don't really think that it adds to more clicks. In reality. And let's see. I'm just going through it all. You all know too much, your lives are forfeit. Okay, I see. Let's see. I'm just making sure I go through it all. Blue Sky doesn't have a premium, so it's just a matter of luck. In the case of Steam, it's really more like I can't really pay Steam to advertise me more. I just have to do better on the wishlisting side. It's sort of why I think one of the things I will end up doing is trying to contact... The thing I prefer is word of mouth, because I think if I make good work and I... you know, maintain my discipline on being good and doing well, that I think word of mouth is the best way to sell a game. I think especially with the number of secrets I've packed into this game, I think that's better. I don't know if YouTube would, because I don't think YouTube has a paying option for doing that stuff. I think you have to be monetized for them to do more with that. And some of that comes to, I probably should just pay an editor or something. I need to find an editor I trust. It is one thing that's also difficult, is that I have weird trust issues with working on the internet. a lot of it's just that I recognize how easy it is to get scammed and how easy it is to pay a premium for something that isn't really any better than something that I could do personally. Case in point, I had a banner and a profile pic and a banner for a while that, I'll be honest, I didn't like it very much, and I paid more than I should have for it. Not a ton, but just enough where I was like, okay, this is weird. But it is kind of my proclivity is to try and make things myself when I can. Okay, so he's got Cosmo Brain and 2 Barrel Dragons. Good lord. Deal of Phantom. Mystical power gives it the strength to fight. Okay. I see. Yeah, we're gonna go for the Barrel Dragons first. But, yeah, it's something I've considered, and it's something that I think for independent developers is a lot harder. Because even if you put money and you pay money into these sorts of things, it doesn't guarantee success. It's like, for me personally, I've tried editing clips, I've tried editing videos, and some of my edited videos have actually had less views. Some of them have had less views than my non-edited VODs. Actually, I think of all things that I find mildly amusing in terms of the things that do best on my YouTube channel, the first episode of every series tends to be the one that performs the best. So if you ever go through every single series I've ever played, and I go through the statistics, generally, the thing that happens is we have the graph kind of goes down as, and this is true, I think, this is actually, I think, true for a lot of people, especially people who are trying to get started in general, is that the earlier you are, like, it's weird. It's like, paradoxically, as you go forward and the quality gets better of your, your videos, your streams, your views will go up in general, as a metric. But with a long form series, like if you make a series of videos, make a series of things, sometimes those videos will go down if it's a long form, like long plays like this, I think, tend to do that, where it's the episodic nature of it. You'll get less people going to the end of it because you have to really hook people, which I think the difficulty I have is I put up all the VODs because I prefer uploading all the VODs. And I've heard people say that you should make 2 YouTube channels, one for the VODs, one for, edited content. But for me personally, I don't actually know if it would make me happier to do that. Okay, I think Cosmo Brain might actually be the problem. Yeah, let's go for Cosmo Brain, because if she's the one with the red medicines, so we made her waste them out, but maybe I should just go and try and get rid of her instead. Might work better. But I think independent developers, independent streamers have a hard time because you have to not only make a name for yourself, but you also have to do the work of 3 people as one. Or you have to have the money of 3 people so that you can pay 3 people. The difficulty I see is that if I start dumping money at the problem, that could solve it. But it also is, at times, disingenuous to the real deal to dump money on a problem, right? At least to me. I have found that it can at times be disingenuous, especially when I've personally had to go through and edit. Whenever I edit, if I edit stuff, sometimes it feels like I have to cut around the conversations I have on stream. And I feel like the long-form conversations are part of my... I don't know how to describe it other than my shtick. It's my thing. It is kind of my thing that I have long-form conversations with chat, and, I go on monologues. And it's very hard to cut around those without feeling like I'm getting rid of half of stream. Granted, the obvious solution is, okay, well, you should probably set yourself up for clips more. And it's like, well, I'm not the best at setting up a joke when it's like snappy 10-second clip type stuff. I'm actually pretty good on the improv stage, in the improv side of things, like whip smart responses, stuff like somebody says something and then I crack a fast one or something, or being able to react to situations in game. And I probably could go through and edit up some clips and get things together. I know one thing I've been telling myself is I should go through my Xbox captures. Because the captures I've gotten on Xbox, some of them are very bizarre. So I could probably make a reasonable project out of editing videos, but I know part of the reason I don't do that is because I just don't have time. At least not right now. Again, it comes back to time. Like, I'm focused on working on the next book, the next game, the next thing. And because I'm constantly working on something like that, it's usually not high on my priority list to edit videos. Which comes back to, if I paid an editor, then, you know, it's circular. You know, if I paid an editor to do it for me, then it would be easier. It would be a lot faster. But it's also kind of a interesting problem to have that it's kind of tough, you know? It's like, I kind of wish I could pay an editor to go do all the clip stuff and do all that. And the times I have, it's been really good. I've actually quite enjoyed it. But with a lot of series, it's harder for me to justify it. I have told myself at some point eventually I'd like to get edited versions of each series I've done, like the big series. I feel like the one that I would want the most is, weirdly enough, I want Silent Hill 2 to have an edited video. Just cut down the 2 VODs to 1 video, you know, make it like 20 minutes or something. Or, you know, like 30, I don't know. But it'd be good. Also, I will say, if Sunday's stream, I'm playing Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. If it seems like I'm a bit too familiar with the game, that's because I am. I have already played a little bit of it, and I cannot help myself from playing more on Friday. I am absolutely going to play some Friday night, because that's a good game. I feel like Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, of the 2 racing games that came out this year, like the big kart racers, I have no affection towards Mario in that regard. Like Mario Kart World, absolutely was not interested in that. Partially also because the Switch 2 is still prohibitively expensive. But man, they cooked with Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. It is so good. It definitely doesn't hurt either that they recently, that just today, they revealed Mega Man is going to be in the game, which I think he comes out, he says Q1 of next year, which is, that's fine. I'm okay with waiting. I'm okay with waiting for my boy. That's my boy right there, Mega Man. And they also have Proto Man, which is awesome. And oh man, Sonic Racing is so good. it's so good. I really couldn't contain my excitement for that one. That one was really good. And it's awesome. It looks so good. It looks so good, it feels so good. It's like, man, that's a good game right there. That's some good game right there. I think the big thing why Sonic Racing is doing so well is because it feels like it's approachable on all levels. And also the fact that they made it so everything is unlockable by just playing, you know, just play the game, you know? It's one of those where if you're just playing the game and having fun, you'll unlock new stuff. You get, if you do time trials, you get music. If you do the Grand Prix, you get tickets and you get parts, you get... It's so much fun. I like that. It just makes me happy, you know? It's an old... It feels like an old school game where it just everything's an unlockable. And it definitely helps that they're making... They have 2 sides of it where they have the season pass type stuff, like extra... I believe it's carts, tracks, and characters as part of the package. And then the free updates, they're doing just characters and some like little extras that go with them. And I think that's surprising. Also, I didn't mention it yet because I wanted to not fangirl too hard. It's weird to say that, but can I just say that this model of Barrel Dragon is probably my favorite I've seen in a long time. I am a big fan of Barrel Dragon. It's probably my favorite... I don't know if it's weird to say that Bandit Keith has all of my favorite monsters in terms of design, but he has a bunch in the top 10 for me. And part of that's just because I love Barrel Dragon, because it's so freaking cool. I like that they actually made him a gun in the... Wait a minute, I just realized that. Wait, That just occurred to me. They didn't do the thing that they did in the anime where they censored it and made him a laser gun. Because they censored the card and the anime. In the original anime, they censored Barrel Dragon to be like a railgun type thing, like a big laser cannon, because they didn't want to have him be like 3 gun barrels. And I just realized he's not censored here. This is the Japanese version. And he makes gun noises. It just occurred to me, he's a gun. They did my boy right. Look at him. Okay. I mean, I like the railgun version too, but I like both. I like both. Both are good. It just occurred to me, I was like, wait a minute, that's a gun. He's real. Like, yeah, they make the bullets blue and stuff, but look at that. That's a gun. My boy's a gun. They made him a gun again. It makes me so happy. I got totally distracted. I was off on La La Land, but look at my boy. That's also why I like Desperado Barrel Dragon, because it's an upgraded version of him, but also it's a gun. He's a revolver. He's a gun. He looks so good, man. Look at him. But yeah, I do like I actually built a deck that was the Barrel Dragon deck, essentially, for Yu-Gi-Oh! I have it in Master Duel. I might get it in real life at some point. Because I like Barrel Dragon. It's cool. Might well be also because the cowboy aesthetic is still one of my favorites. How could you beat me? You'll pay this. Time of reckoning is almost upon us. You'll get yours yet. Is Scott running off again? God dang it, Scott. Hallowed Land of Ishtar. Did I skip ahead of you? What the heck? No monster to collect. 21. Okay. Barry escaped from Sigvarthus alive. Scott makes his way east from the capital to the Temple of Ishtar. Considered hallowed ground to the Imperial Order, the Temple of Ishtar is veiled in mystery. You and his friends head to the temple hot on his heels. Alright. Wonder what it takes to grow and even to blow up. From my understanding, there are, at least to my knowledge, when it comes to online internet presence stuff, the 2 things that it is luck and consistency. Haven't personally witnessed someone's explosive growth. I got to see Markiplier go through it. And I feel like Markiplier, if I use Markiplier as my example, it's like, the thing he did first was that he posted regularly. Part of it's also pioneering, which isn't as common anymore, is that it used to be, like, in that era of the internet, one part of the internet's ability to create fame. I'll also use Justin Bieber as an example, because he's actually, I think Justin, like, I know there's memes about Justin Bieber, but his presence on the internet was genuinely something that was like the novel example of how internet fame worked. Because if you put it in contrast with the early 2000s, like the mid 2000s, kind of the vibe of people getting famous, where you had to go through these specific channels to become famous, to be big on people's social zeitgeist. But then YouTube rolls around and it's like, okay, people are looking for talent in different places now. And since the internet is so democratized at this point, the thing is that when somebody actually explosively grows on the internet, it has to come from a chain reaction. It no longer comes from you started doing a thing consistently, got lucky, like you hit the lotto on everybody sees you, and you're new to the platform. Because being new to a platform doesn't happen anymore. You can't be the first to be on this platform. You can't be the first to do this. It's usually like, no, you're going to be competing with thousands all the time. If you want to think of it as competition, really. To me personally, it feels less like competition and more like I run my race and everybody else runs theirs, and that's fine. Do you need to check? One moment, I need to check this really quick. But the thing that I've seen over the course of the last 15-ish years is that there are a lot of factors that end up getting it. Part of it is the novelty, is that you have to offer a unique combination of pieces that nobody else is currently doing. Not necessarily that nobody has ever done it before. Like, I'd say, if I use myself as an example, there are plenty of other people who do game design stuff, who do game design focused videos and content, and also do I imagine there's a game designer VTuber out there who's probably got more of a presence than I do. I would at least guess so. Or they do the streaming or the game design stuff and they don't put it together. But each person's unique kind of string of things, their unique pieces, the DNA of their soul, those things require the right time and place. And I think sometimes it's a lot harder now for people to properly get their time and place, because there's always a bigger fish. You know, there's somebody out there who's doing something that's going to draw the eyes. And it's tough because the internet is basically you open a door and you have to choose the first place you want to go, and there are thousands. There are thousands of options. And that's quite a difficult, at least to my eye, it's difficult to make yourself known in a space like that. Oh god, getting all 3 Harpy Ladies together is gonna be so hard. Oh man, okay. Am I ready to give up Pet Dragon for that, though? You know what? Because it's a team. Even if I shouldn't, it's a team. I want the team to be together. I love the Pet Dragon, but I want all 3. Yeah, there we go. And I kind of think, at least for me personally, I feel like if I were to ever reach some modicum of fame, it would definitely have to be from a combination of I was in the right place at the right time and got lucky enough to get spotted by the right people. Part of it's also networking, part of it's money. I don't pay enough money to also just give myself a leg up on everybody. Part of it's also, you know, resources. Like, if you happen to have a friend who knows a big VTuber or a big streamer or a big whatever you're getting into, and you're able to get them to be like, hey, who do you get to edit your videos? Who do you get to do this? And then you get to just kind of ride coattails for a while until you're ready to jump off. It's easier. I could have done that. I could have very easily found someone's coattails and rode for a while. But I kind of realized I don't like doing that. There were a couple of people that I talked to in the beginning of my career that, in my solo career specifically, that I was considering like, well, I could just hang out here for a while, maybe try to make a point of being here, you know, of being part of this community, as it were. And I kind of realized that I don't like doing that. Because it feels disingenuous. It doesn't feel like I'm actually trying to be friends with somebody. It feels like I'm trying to make a point of using them. And it's like, well, that doesn't feel right to me. You know, it feels kind of, put it plainly, it feels cowardly. It feels very scummy. Even if it is the pragmatic move, and it would be a faster way to success. It would just be faster for me. I can't really justify it, you know? It's one of those things that doesn't jive with my... I guess the tough thing is if you have a code of honor and you're on the internet, you're already at a disadvantage, which sounds awful, and I don't like saying that, but it is true. Unfortunately, it is quite true, though, that if you're trying to play by the notion of rules, like you're trying to say that this is, like, I want to be fair, honorable, and just on everything, you do put yourself at the disadvantage if people wish to take advantage of that. It sucks, but it's a truth that it's like as long as you're cautious and you're aware of that, I think it's fine, but it is definitely a point to be you know, cautious about. This got weirdly, like, deep on that, but I guess it's something that I've seen happen, where I've seen people get hit with the book on that. And it sucks, you know? It's like, it's not fun when you see somebody get their dreams crushed because they trusted. Alright, he now has 3,000 attacks, that's good. Cool. Should probably focus on what I'm doing in terms of developing my team here. I think we're good otherwise. I don't know, I guess it's one thing that I've considered as an independent that it's definitely been the focal point of a lot of anxieties, where I have been concerned with my ability to do this as a job. You know, that I want to make this work, but I do worry that if I can't do that thing, if I can't grow consistently or become a, you know, larger presence, that I would... That might end up being a problem. Let's send... I'm gonna send Mai up ahead. And I'll send Joey to the town. I think what I want to do is send... Let's see, what's the trader? There we go. I'll send... I guess I'll send Fizdiz and... I don't know who else I'm sending anywhere, really. Actually, wait, we can... No, we'll bring Tristan along. I think I want to leave Simon, actually. Okay, well, they're going. It's good. Whew, okay. So now Mai's there. Hopefully... There's wizards. The wizards! Alright, I see. Ah, yes, the wizards. Yeah, I feel like, though, that the internet has changed. The ways that people would grow large in past years no longer really happen. Whoa. Oh my god, wait, we can use Delta, we can use this? Ooh. Triangle Ecstasy Spark, that's awesome, what the heck? How much damage does that do? Oh. That did a lot of damage. And that hits everybody? Oh. That's actually sick, are you kidding me? Yeah, it's worth it. It's 100% worth it to bring all three of them. Can I just do it again? You could just spam it, that's awesome. It's a long attack animation, but it's worth it because it hits everybody. It's very efficient. Because damaging the entire board is way better than just hitting one person. Yeah, 2 attacks and the fight's over. That's crazy. That's actually nuts. Like, look at that. Yeah, no, that's actually crazy. We can actually just... we can mag dump everybody by just using this over and over. I think My Valentine might be the best unit we have, all things considered. She's kind of built different. Not to mention the fact that she has probably the best speed in the game. I think this game, it's a lot easier to win if you have high speed. Oh, we can't use it now. I see. We probably have to recharge. I see. That's fine. Honestly, that's still fine. You know, probably good that we can't use it all the time, because I absolutely would abuse that if I could. If I was allowed to just keep spamming it, I would. I absolutely would spam it to oblivion. Oh, now I can. Oh, wait, it's probably once per monster per large battle in total. All right, that's fine. 3 is if we only get 3 uses and we're using them now, that's fine. Because that does mean that the weakest one of the 3 is getting a ton of level ups, so that's fine. That's good. Yeah, I think though that getting big on the internet now is a very different, because when the landscape of the internet as we have it now was new, it was more fertile ground for just throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks. I do think editing videos I think edited videos do better in general, but I think the tough thing is you can't over-edit. It's an art form still, you know? I think that's true, though, in general, is that with every art form, there's different styles and different methods, but at the end of the day, you really can't... You can't replace talent, and you can't replace... you can't really replace je ne sais quoi, you know? Like, certain things are intangibles, you know? Like, I think... It's true of game design, too, where there are certain combinations of factors where... Like, if you take Dark Souls, for example... The combination of factors in that game together are There are other games that do similar things, but like I would say, if let's take Elden Ring and Code Vein and put them next to each other. I guess a better comparison would be Dark Souls 3 and Code Vein, because those are closer together in terms of games. But if you take those two games and they basically have the same base mechanics, the same and similar base vibes, base tone. There's a lot of things about it that are similar. Doesn't mean they're the same games. I'm not going to do that to either game, frankly. But it's that they share a lot of DNA. And the point I'm making is that the combinations of their pieces matter just as much as the pieces themselves. Like, if you decide to design a game and you give it a particular type of focus, the particular way you execute on certain ideas, it's different than another game that does the same thing, really. Like walking simulators as a genre, like the way that people describe walking sims. Personally, I kind of find the whole genre name kind of reductive, in my opinion. I don't really like it, but for sake of simplicity for the discussion, I'll use the term. And I feel like with walking sims, one aspect of the genre that's really interesting is that you can have the same mechanical components across the board and still have a very different game at the end of the day, because even if it's the same controls, like, oh yeah, you just walk from point A to point B, and if you could reduce it down to the difference is just what you see from point A to point B, right? That the difference is only what you're witnessing on the way to and from your start and end points, right? But I think there's a special part of it that is all of the intangibles on the way between. You know, the particular ways they made the pathways, those little pieces of the puzzle that only come together when you are playing the game, not when you're designing it. It's actually closer to when you watch a concert. Like, even if you've heard the song 100 times, there is nothing quite like the specific instance that you played the song, right? And in some cases, it's even down to where and how, you know? Like a certain song might not be your thing, but when you hear it at the school dance and it's like charging a moment with a lot of energy, it does feel like a rather different thing, you know? Wait, no. Okay, there we go. I wanted Mai to get another turn. But I guess I don't know if this is going too far left of field, I don't know, but I guess the point is that I think that there's a certain X factor to all social icons, and it's that it's not just each individual piece, because if it was just what they were recording and that was it, that wouldn't be easy. That would be easy to replicate. If it was just the way that they talk or the way they look, the way they act, it's like there would be an easier science to it, right? And there are obviously some things that work all the time. Like, great example, if you happen to have a VTuber model with big honkers and you have the ability to use looks as an advantage, that works too. Like, whether it's a art model or a real model and you're able to use looks to your advantage, that is an easy win, to put it nicely. I'm trying to grow a community. Also want to grow a community. My friends' wives in danger. Yeah, as you said. But I think the difficulty is it's one thing to grow a person. It's another thing to grow a community. And I think a community is harder because wrangling. There's a paradoxical thing with the internet that people simultaneously want to be part of a big thing, but they also want to be a special individual face within the thing. And it's very hard to reconcile those two things together because it doesn't quite make 100% sense, you know? Like, it's not quite as easy to understand why somebody would want to be simultaneously part of the herd, but also an individual within it. Because it doesn't quite add up to combine those two things. Because it's certainly a little bit harder to understand from the outside, right? But it's because people want to be part of something, but they also want to be... They also want to be known by their name. Because it's something you see a lot in... I think streamer communities actually have this in a very strange way, where there are always thousands of viewers, but the viewers the most dedicated to their streamers, to their Oshis, to their idol of choice, is that they want to be known by name, and their name to be recited by the person they idolize the most. It's like they want to be... They want part of that starlight. They want part of that... Oh, I don't violate the sacred ground. Oh, hey. Oh, it's ODaM. Why is ODaM here? Gotta meet and be back soon? Yeah, okay. Very good. Ooh. What the heck is this? I want to see more of this map. What is this? This church looks awesome. What? This looks so cool. Oh, the mystical elf stained glass windows? Whoa. Okay, I need to mod this into Gmod or something so I can look at it properly. This looks so good. Look at it. It's so pretty. I love it. This is so good. You know what's... oh, I can't snooze the ads. Oops. I missed it by a second. You gotta be kidding me. I wanted people to stare at it more, for my sake. I love it. It looks so good. What the heck? I would love... You know what I'm thinking right now is... That stained glass Legend of Zelda puzzle. I want one of those, but that window. I want that window on like a puzzle thing. Or just a window in general. I'd also do that. I will say, I kind of forgot that... It sounds very bad, but I kind of forgot that Bakura is very fast. Oh man, that looks so good. The big stone statue of the mystical elf, she looks so pretty. I like the mystical elf. She's a great card too. I remember they did that retrain where it's her praying for I think it's mystical elf and white lightning or something. I just remember that card because it was that retrain is hilarious. Because I believe it has a similar effect to the Duel Monsters effect in... Because in the original anime, there's a moment where he uses the prayer of the mystical elf to, like, blow up Blue Eyes or something. Or the fake Blue Eyes that the imposter guy had. I need to rewatch Duel Monsters. It was really fun. It's a fun anime. It's very weird, but it's fun. It feels... Whoa. Oh, that's a cool attack animation. What the heck? It kind of feels a bit like the... I feel like original Duel Monsters at times felt like Dungeons & Dragons, which is just fun. I think that's just fun. I know some people rag on the rules a little bit, but it is funny nowadays, though, that the way that Duel Monsters worked back then is basically how it works now. Because now we have monsters that do crazy nonsense, and that's just part of the game. Okay, I think we have enough HP. Yeah, we have enough HP to make it through. And he doesn't have any attacks anymore, so we can just go for it. Oh yeah. Nice, nice. Okay, good job, Bakura. Holy crap. Oh, man. I kind of forgot that Bakura is deeply underleveled now because he didn't really get to fight for a good chunk of the game. But he's still doing good, so that's fine. That's alright. Alrighty. I could let Bakura... I'll let Bakura try and deal with the embodiment of Apophis, but if I can help it, I might try to stop him from finishing the job. I might have Joey finish it. Oh boy. Just so it extends time a little bit. Okay, I guess the thing I was thinking about looking at this... Okay, wait, how are they... Okay, so I guess now that we're in this map again, I want to talk about what actually made me, like, stop when we came in here. I don't know how they're doing those reflections. Or at least like, there's the light coming through the windows, which that's very easy. That's a projection. You just take the image and project it down. They might have simulated the light, maybe, to get the angles right, you know, to get the windows to shine down properly. Could also just be an artistic choice, I don't know. So I guess to catch everybody up, this church map is making me so happy. This temple, this, like, big church. It kind of reminds me a little bit of how Garreg Mach looks in Fire Emblem Three Houses, but... Oh my god, I just realized they're doing full reflections. What? They're doing reflections? Like, they haven't used reflections much in this game, but I'm looking at this and How are they, like, that's really good. Look at that. Like, it's probably just to make the surface, you know, reflect exactly 1-to-1, but, like, look at that. Looks so good. Yeah, I can see, you can look at the windows. They're reflecting, I think they're just reflecting everything. At least everything that's static in motion. Because they're not reflecting the monsters, and because the monsters only have their shadows, but they're not reflecting, yeah, they're not reflecting those, and they're not doing it with the chairs. But the sources of light, like the torches and the windows in the back, are all reflected off the floor. That looks so good. Man, like, it's a little jank, and like you can see the stairs there. It's a little bit weird. It's clipping a little, but it looks nice. I like that. I don't know. It just makes me happy. I don't know. Just seeing it made me really happy. I kind of realized, like, wait a minute, they're doing something that's kind of hard there. Like, it's like a little bit jank, but it's also like A for effort and A for, like, the ambition. I think the key is the ambition. Like, it's such a risky move to do something like that. And the fact they not only did it, but made it look really nice. Like, I don't care that there's, like, little hitches in it, because it still looks pretty good. Not to mention the fact alone that this entire church just looks cool. It's very nice looking. I definitely like the... I feel like every time I see a temple or a church in a video game and they have, like, the big stained glass windows, it just makes me so happy, because I love seeing those. I grew up in a town with a lot of churches, and I've been in most of them. I think most of the churches of my denomination of Christianity, I have been inside of at least once. And every time I stand inside of one, it is always with deep respect and reverence, just because, not even just for the, like, obviously, like, you know, it's like, I respect it, of course, but I think any place of worship is worthy of respect, but it's just, I feel like with the churches I grew up in, there's a certain awe for me for seeing stained glass windows and, like, the space and how it feels. There's something to it specifically that it's hard to replicate or verbalize without going really hard on the details. But I really like how it looks. It's a bias for sure. I definitely think that with this kind of stuff, it's a bias, because I absolutely have a bias for the stained glass window stuff. It always looks good. Alrighty, and Bakura leveled up, so that's actually really good. Nice, nice. Ishtar was liberated. Alright, so we got everything. Oh, it's Mokuba. Is that you, big brother? Kaiba. Mokuba's still a little groggy. He's a little weak, but he should be okay. Well, that's at least one less thing to worry about. Oh yeah, Mokuba was here. That's interesting. Okay, Dream World. Let's see. Next mission, there's one monster. We have to go to a specific place. Towards the secret room. This is where the nightmare began. What will Yugi and his friends find there? I see. Well, we don't have any more monsters to change out. I don't think we have any items we need to worry about. I don't think. No, not really. Yeah, I think we're just good. Very cool. I almost wonder if I should have used the Black Luster ritual that I used to make Dark Magician into Magician of Black Chaos. I wonder if I should have used it to make Dark Magician number 2, but that requires hindsight. If I knew what it did, I would have made the second Dark Magician. Because I think the base Dark Magician being normal would have been better. Whoa, what is this map? What the heck is this? Amazing. Something like right out of a sci-fi film. It looks like Time Splitters. You don't know when to give up. You could have lived here knowing that you had beaten me and destroyed the Empire. But a hologram. Enough, Scott said it's for you. You should be thanking me for trapping one of these games so you like so much. What more could you want? It's the Kingdom Control Block, the heart of this entire world. You are all standing on a circuit that's just above the heart of the computer. Much like nerves in the human body, they both carry electric signals. Human brain is a collection of electronic signals. You're now closer to that than anyone has ever been. You're all just bugs in the system now. By that, I mean the system considers you to be errors that need to be eliminated. Everything up until now has been within the scope of the character you're assigned to play, but now you've gone too far. In these moments, the system defenses will activate and destroy you. I don't have time to waste dealing with you. We'll never meet again, so I'll take this moment to say farewell. Interesting. It's gotta be somewhere. It's probably everywhere. Okay, so now... Okay, I need to look really quick, so... Oh, we're in this gem. What the heck? Oh, this map is weird. What the heck? Okay, Memory Bank. So we need to go to... Which one? Memory Bridge. That's the one we need to go to. I just realized it's trying to go straight towards it. Oh, that's awkward. Oh no, it's trying to go straight towards it, but you can't do that. Oh no, you have to... So I have to navigate them manually, I see. Okay, so I'll need to... Yeah, I'll need to manually navigate to get over there. Okay, so we'll need to... We'll need to send different teams to different places so we can try and make this work. Oh, this is a weird map. Oh, it's so strange. It kind of feels like we're... It does feel a little bit like we've entered like the Matrix. Especially with the red and black. Alrighty, let's see. Okay. Everybody's on the move. Oh boy. This is so weird. I think especially because you look down and it's just void. It looks kind of like we're in the inside of Ace's computer. We're in an Alienware. I just realized we're inside an Alienware computer. Look at that RGB. Take a closer look at that meme. It's probably one of my favorite memes in general. Is it's like the little rat or something just going, take it close. It's like the narrator's, take it closer look at that meme, and then the rat screams or something. It's one of the weirdest little things, but I love it. It's very silly. Okay, so we need to clear out... I want to liberate everything because I'm pretty sure the extra cash will be worth it. Here we go. Oh, that's cool. They have like a special enemy sprite. Interesting. Machine King and... Whoa. I mean, it makes sense that we're going to be fighting machine monsters here. It's just really funny to see it. It feels like a trope that... It's funny. It's a trope they don't need to play into, but it's kind of nice that they do. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of feels like they don't need to play into something like this, but it's nice that... It's almost like... It feels nostalgic in a way to see the trope as in its original kind of form. Like, ah yes, the big robot dudes prefer robot enemies, of course. Like, I don't know, maybe it's like... I feel like the subversion to... Man, that actually looks sick. I had to stop for a second there. That was sick. You kidding me? But I feel like the subversion would be giving them the ace monsters of other other, like, characters in the game. Like, if I see a Blue Eyes down here, I'm gonna flip. I would absolutely not be okay if I saw Blue Eyes down here. Alright. It is nice that it counts as all 3 of them getting a knockout when they use the special. So that does make the job a lot easier. But there's more? Oh, there's 2. Okay. Yeah, there's Jinzo. I do appreciate the very sci-fi looking area though. It is very sick though. Yeah, look at that. Do it again. Do it again. This move definitely is a little cheap, but it does work. So we take it. We take it. Oh boy. Oh, and we got the crits do 2,200 damage. That's insane. That's busted. Yeah, it's gonna be very hard for me to not just spam this whenever I can. Yeah, do it again. Do it again. Yeah, my Valentine kind of has the run of the table right now, I'll be honest. Pretty good. Whew. We're only 2 hours. Oh, it's already 9 o'clock. I kind of forget that this game goes so fast in terms of time, like for me at least. It's not that it goes fast, like the game goes fast, but more just that when I'm playing this game, it does feel like time definitely feels a bit like it's relative, because I have a lot of fun playing this, but it also takes a lot of my brain. So I'm definitely a lot more focused in on trying to play the game. There we go. Okay, I'll send Taya to go get that. Whack. Alright, we're good. This is probably also the best opportunity for us to work on our attack power. Because we are probably going into... I imagine that the next mission... I think the next mission is the last mission. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Seems to be. I would at least guess that it's the last mission. Because we're kind of nearing the end of the computer now. I think this particular game story might be similar to the virtual arc. Because there's the virtual arc where Noah Kaiba has to kind of like he's doing the whole thing in the VR game as well. Even though it's really just play Duel Monsters in a virtual city, so it's not exactly the same, but it's nice. It is a pretty good arc, but I feel like this one is pretty close. Maybe if I had to think about why this game, what other things people might have levied at this game back when it came out, I guess it would be that this game's story does feel pretty similar to the virtual arc. I think it's Virtual World Arc is what it's called, properly. But I don't think that's a bad thing if the stories are similar but not the same. I guess this one's not as fleshed out because Scott's kind of just a weirdo, but... maybe in Kaiba's story they flesh out his backstory more, who knows. I feel like that's one of those things that they would do, is they would put the backstory in Kaiba's campaign. Like, oh yeah, he's probably a disgruntled ex-Kaiba Corps scientist or something. Maybe worked with Gozaburo. I needed some water. Whew, been talking up a storm today. Hope everyone's week is going well. I've been working hard, trying my best, doing good. Hope everyone else is doing good. This week's been kind of crazy, been a little bit hectic for me, but it's more just because I've been pushing myself really hard to work as much as I can. Which, it'll be worth it by the end, but... Especially because I'm trying to clear out Friday night so I can relax a little bit. You know, play some Sonic. Have some fun. But I hope everyone else is doing good this week. Hope everyone's feeling it. I feel like the month of October is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be stressful in some ways, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So, hope everyone's looking forward to it. I think especially as we move into the spooky season. And I think spooky season starts, to me it starts after the first week of October. Personally, I think I think we enter the actual proper spooky month when we have a full Sunday to Saturday week. That's at least how I feel about it. I don't know. What do you guys think makes the season for like October, or like the spooky season as they call it? Because I kind of I'm of the personal opinion that it's usually when the leaves start changing colors. That's when I personally think that's when it really starts. So I remember that was what made it feel proper spooky when I was at college. Because, you know, the leaves are red and orange, everything's changing, and, you know, that slight cold that comes with nighttime. I think you kind of need that for it to be truly the autumn season. You truly get to enjoy the spooky. Because I don't think it's as spooky when the trees are barren, you know? I think especially when you're dealing with something like, oh, it's just cold out and the trees are bare. It's not really that interesting, but when the trees are still kind of full of leaves, but you know, we're getting there, we're getting started. That's the good stuff. Oh, and I just made a joke about dragons. Oh, that's Black Metal Dragon. Yee, that's gonna be rough, ain't it? Okay, so we want to go for... We'll go for Red Eyes proper first. Knock out one at a time and then hope for the best. I think Fizdiz has this, but it's gonna be a little scary. Interesting. A guard and a wait. That's surprising. I'm wondering if they're trying to wait me out so that they can use a healing item of some kind. Because that would definitely be my move if I was thinking like they were. It's like let them run my HP down a ton and then refill to full, and then while they have no actions, go on the offensive. But okay, never mind. They don't have any healing. I guess I should double check. Do they have red medicine or not? Because I think that's going to change a lot of my tactics. Nope. Shadow Mega Flare. That just made me realize I should check the store on the... I should probably check the store on the original thing. Because I probably should double check and find out if... you know, if there's a item we can buy here. If we can buy Metal Morph or something. Because we haven't been able to buy many transformative items lately. I am surprised to see Metal here. Metal's pretty strong. Ow. That's a good effect, holy crap. Okay, I will use a red medicine on Sanga of the Thunder, though. We get more experience if he survives anyhow, so it's worth it. Yeah, I get the feeling that when it comes to getting monsters in this game, and also the availability of a lot of them, it feels like you're really meant to play multiple playthroughs of all the campaigns. Actually, great example of this one. It feels kind of like you're meant to, at least from what I understand, you're meant to go through each story twice. Because it seems like you're supposed to play through Kaiba's story with after playing Yugi's, and then you play because you have to play Yugi and Kaiba's to play Joey's, and then after that it's like, okay, go back through and play one each so you can get like the god. I think you can only get the god monster, the god cards. I think you can only get the gods if you have the items necessary, but I don't know if you can get the items without beating the game first. Maybe? I'm uncertain. Genuinely unsure. Okay, well, we won, so we did good. Of course, Fizz is doing the big lifting. Very cool. I do like this area's overworld music. It's quite good. This definitely reminds me the most of Fire Emblem above everything else. Okay, I had a second there. Oh boy. Will say, very excited about Silent Hill F tomorrow. Also a little scared, I'll be honest. It's one of those things where seeing Silent Hill F and knowing what Silent Hill is capable of, some part of me will always be a little scared of not just the game, but also, you know, posting the videos, because I do feel like it's one of those things where I have to be mindful of what the game's content is. But I'm pretty sure it'll be okay. I'm sure it'll be fine, but it's one of those things I have to be mindful of. I am also deeply unaware of, because it says it's 1960s Japan, and I'm very unaware of the social and political goings-ons of Japan in the 60s. Put it plainly, it's so, like, the game's context might be lost upon me. So I might need to do some research after the first stream if I'm really lost. It might not be that important, but it's still something that's like, well, I want to make sure that I understand. If it's something that I can do better to understand, I will. Because it kind of feels, it feels a bit like it's not a wise thing to do to not go and do the proper research, you know? Okay, we'll send, let me see who's in this one then. What's in here? 2 enemies. 1 enemy. I'll send Bakura to get started on that one. Yeah, let me go. I'll also go check on Simon really quick. Oh, he only has healing. I see. Could I... Equipment. I could make a trade union so I can see what they have. Okay, nothing helpful. Oops. Okay, well that's kind of a waste of money, but eh. Okay, let me grab... Yugi did Yugi do anything? Oh, he just left, that's right. Okay, let's send Yugi back up. We'll have him help out at the other section, I think. Thankfully, these missions are not so time-sensitive that I'm worried, but... It does seriously feel like I'm... It feels very weird to navigate this map. It feels like I'm moving around on like a circuit board or something. I do think also this one might be a little too dark. I think, like, I feel like the compression on this video is going to be god-awful. The VOD is going to look it's probably going to look hideous. I do apologize. I'm going to have to check it over after stream. I'm going to have to check it over when it goes up. Because I think that darkness is going to be very hard to render. That is very painful. Looks very strange. I think some of it's also just the way that it's lit. I think this one, it might have done well with having like a central ambient light or something. Just something to gently light the setting, you know? Well, these are some strong commandos. Okay, fingers crossed we can knock them out quickly. Hopefully. I think if we can knock them out fast, then this fight won't be too bad, but I think that's it might be a bit of wishful thinking. Especially given that these guys seem to have pretty solid defense. Blue medicine. Interesting they didn't use red, so Thinking ahead, it might be worth it. Wait, no, this is Bakura, so it's not a... I could send Mai to go assist if he has trouble. Might be worth it. I don't know. Ah, jeez. My middle back is giving me a weirdness today. Not really sure why. Ah, jeez. I figure it's a posture thing. I feel like a bunch of... the one thing about working independent as well that's trouble is you kind of have to diagnose yourself sometimes. Like, not literally diagnose yourself, but you have to be aware of your health problems more often. I guess diagnostics would be a better term. You have to run diagnostics on yourself, you know? Just be like, hey, is everything working to spec, you know? Which sounds silly when you're talking about a person and the human body, but I do think it's a reasonable and important thing to consider. I guess that's also the thing with working for yourself that sucks, is that if you have health issues, it's your problem, and the only person who can handle it is you. So it's like, well, have to work on it. I think these guys have spent the entire battle only attacking with one or two times, and the rest of the fight has been them spamming blue medicine. I don't even think that the one on the right here has actually attacked more than once. It feels kind of like he's been doing nothing but healing. Oh my god. I think I've done more than twice his health bar worth of damage at this point. Like, this guy has genuinely taken an absurd amount of a beatdown just because he doesn't want to die. Like, they are actively working as hard as they can to preserve their team at all costs. Which I don't know if that's actually working for them or not. I don't know. It might be working. Okay. I guess funny thing, I do actually have to use one of my turns to heal. Hey, Naractum. Oh yeah, first hasn't been claimed yet. We're halfway through. First has been collected. That's interesting. I feel like first and seconds get collected at such an interesting time. How's it going today? Hope you're doing well. Okay, I definitely need to heal. Ow. We good? Yeah, we're good. Item... blue medicine, of course. Of course. Oh, that's right, because he has the legendary swords. He doesn't have space for other items. I should have given him a red medicine, but eh. Not bad. No level ups. Nothing at all. Holy crap. That's the first time in a while I've gotten nothing from a fight. Okay. Okay, I might want to stop Mai and have her... Oh. I think I am going to stop Mai and have her go help out. So I feel like that's going to be a tough one. Okay. So we can hard target the one on the right. Because he did not guard and he didn't wait, so... Hit him. Miss? Man. It sucks when you miss in this game. It kind of feels like, okay, that's an entire action. As a resource, it does kind of hit different when you realize that missing really does suck. Because it means that you've lost one of your very limited resource. Because attacking is a limited resource here, so losing one does still sting. Okay, let's hit this time. Bonk. Big damage, yes. Very cool. I will say, the Flame Swordsman being this strong does help a lot, though. I think his attack stat with the swords is somewhere in the 4500s, I think. If I'm remembering correctly, without going to his stat line. You know what? It just occurred to me that the camera's being projected. Okay, that's pretty cool. I do like that. That's a fun touch. So the game's camera is being projected up on those TV screens. Oh. Interesting. Wonder why they're doing that. That's funny. It's a pretty good effect, too. It looks really nice here. Not even a hint of lag, either. Which makes sense, but it always strikes me a little bit when you're playing a game like this and you see an effect like that and there's no noticeable dip in quality just because they're using an ambitious effect. It's one of those things that's very easy to appreciate when you see it in action, you know? Yeah, because you can even see it. They're not even... It's just taking the camera data and putting it on that wall over there. That's pretty good. Again, it's not like the most insane effect, like just being able to put it on the screen. I will say putting the filters on it is probably the part I would be the most intrigued to see how they do it. But it's clear that they're just taking the camera data, stripping it, like they're using it before it goes to the UI. Because they're probably getting the data from the camera and putting it up there without, because they're not putting the UI up there, and they're not putting any additional data. It's just the camera's visual. So it kind of tells me that it's probably not that hard to send the camera data over, but it is super cool. It's one of those things that when you get it working, it feels super cool. Where the camera, you can use the camera to project things. I believe they use that in kaleidoscopic type effects as well in other games. Where you look down a thing and then the camera's view is then placed on a bunch of surfaces in a spiral. It does look really cool. Big appreciate. Yeah, I feel like this game's visuals definitely have... They definitely have a fair bit of quality to them, especially for the era. Because they're doing a lot of great particle effects and a lot of great special effects, too. Always looks nice. It's very easy to take these for granted nowadays, because it feels like every game has some really great effects works artists on the team. And I think it is... it's very easy to just go, oh yeah, that's, it's like, well, effects always look great. It's like, well... I think some games nowadays, some of them have had effects where I'm kind of left a little bit in the lurch with it. I know one of the games that I find, or at least the game series I find the effects were a little weird was, I think Borderlands has one where it's interesting the evolution if you look at all their different sound and visual effects and you look at how they've evolved. I think it's true of all first-person shooters, though, that a lot of them have the issue that they started taking the low end out of the sounds that guns make. It lacks that oomph that comes with firing a gun in a virtual setting. It's like, I feel like there's a bit less impact when you take away the low end of a sound effect. I'm actually a big fan of keeping the lows and mids, pretty solid when I do sound effects now. It's actually something I did with more recent sound effect work I've been doing, is that I've been trying my best to keep that in the game. Keep those sounds in there. Rocket Warrior. Oh, I want Rocket Warrior, man. How come Joey didn't come with Rocket Warrior? Came with Flame Swordsman, but he didn't come with Rocket Warrior. Yeah, look at him. Why does he have a sword and shield if he can just do that? What's the point in the sword and shield if you can just rocket at somebody? I guess that's fair. I guess to be fair though, if I could carry a sword and shield with just the intention of showing it off, I would too. Swords and shields do look really cool though, so I can understand it. Alright, how much damage is that gonna do? Guess depending on this damage, I think I'll have Flame Swordsman start on the other one rather than attack the first one we attacked, because I kind of recognize that if I... Oh, wait, what? Wait, he has 2 different attacks? Huh. Okay, you know what? No, get rid of him. Just take him out first. It's fine. Feels like a waste. Yeah, 500 damage. That's a bit of a waste, but it's worth it. It's worth it at this point. I don't want them to get more attacks. Is it like an Aegislash thing where they alternate which attack they do every turn? He's guarding. Interesting. Funny, I don't think I've seen an enemy guard this much, because he has both of them going for it. Well, he did. I guess the question becomes, do I want to... You know what, no, I'm going to press the attack on Rocket Warrior. I think Rocket Warrior being allowed to be on the field for long is going to be a bad idea. That's a miss. He's just stone-faced looking at him like, alright, I guess. Oh, boy. Such a goofy attack, but I love it. Does do a lot of damage, though. That is a lot of damage. Alright, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, the slight defense boost is what I'm kind of more excited about. We kind of need the defense boost right now. We're kind of getting smoked right now. Okay. Never mind, I get to do Joey's fight again. Okay, yeah, if I get lucky and crit, we might be able to just knock him right out. No. It's pretty good, though. Ow. Oh, crit. Nuts. Okay. I'm gonna need to pick up Flame Swordsman, then. I'll need to pick him up really fast. Yeah, we have a Monster Reborn. It's fine. It's not the best thing ever, because it does mean that we have to pick him back up, but it's fine. That's alright. It's why we carry the Monster Reborns in the first place. It's alright. I think that it is pretty easy to stock up on supplies, though. Like, to kind of overdo it on the supplying. Because we do have an obsessive amount of like items there. I say obsessive because it's like I guess obsessive is descriptive of it though, because I constantly buy more items even if I don't need them. Kind of feels like it feels a bit like I'm overdoing it in many ways. I guess it's good to just stock up on them though when I can. Because getting more red medicines than Monster Reborns is always a worthwhile endeavor. Even if I won't use all of them, it's worth it just in case we need them. So it works out okay. I do like the Millennium Golem, he is pretty sick. Okay, use the red medicine on Archfiend. I think if Flame Swordsman does enough damage, we'll be good. Maybe? Hoping so. Really hoping so. Oh yeah, we're good. Oh, I see. He gets blasted with a laser for his trouble. Poor guy. Okay, we still won that one, so that's good. I do wonder where this game... I wonder where this game conceptually started. You know, what was the first meeting like when they were talking about, hey, here's what we want with this, with like Falsebound Kingdom, or if it had a project name, you know, like Project. Would they call it? Would they have been audacious enough to call it Project Fire Emblem? Because that'd be very funny. Oh my god, they still have between the two of them, they have 7 blue medicines. That is hideous. That is a disgusting amount of healing left over. Okay, maybe we can knock one of them out before they can start healing. Can we get so lucky, is the question. The only problem is I have to keep Ansatsu alive long enough to not die to getting cooked by the robotic knight. Yeah, he has been healing so much this battle. I think this guy's proclivity for healing is... It's probably one of the most perturbing things we've seen in this game up to this point. Because holy crap, he really does just want to stay alive. Okay, maybe we might have gotten through, maybe. Who knows? Yes? Oh, so god dang it, we're so close. Oh no. That sucks. Oh wait, and Dark Magician might die. Never mind. I forgot, this guy is obsessed with doing this. He actually straight up will not do anything but heal. That is... I'm kind of concerned that that's all they're doing. The only thing they do is heal. Is the tactic to heal stall? Is that the plan? All out charge. Oh, that's probably an attack boost of some kind. Well, that's fantastic. I appreciate that he finally decided to do something besides healing this far in. My goodness. Okay, we're fully healed though, so... the attack boost might be a problem, but... We'll see, we'll see. How much is he doing now? Okay, that is actually a sizable amount. I wonder if the AI is in some way bugged to do that. Where it's like, if they see that a blue... They won't lose anything from using a blue medicine. I wonder if they see that healing would be a better option if they just go for healing. Because I can't think of any other logical reason why they're this gung-ho about keeping one dude alive. Because it doesn't really make sense at this point. Because it does feel like they have spent so much time and energy just healing. Like, granted, it's working, I guess, but it is kind of intriguing. Okay. Hope beyond hope for a crit. Nope. Nuts. Yeah, we might need to send Mai down there to go fix this, because this is getting kind of dumb. Because this fight is... I feel like it's going to be non-stop if I don't send Mai to go finish it. As much as I love Bakura and I want him to level up some more, I feel like this is not the fight to die on. This isn't a good hill to die on. As funny as it would be, it's not the one I'd want to. I'll go grab Mai and bring her over here. Yeah, the only thing we get out of that is a level up for Dark Magician number 2. You know, I just had the thought, if they ever did a modern retrain of Arcana with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, because the retrain, for those who, I guess I've used that term a few times, I haven't actually explained it, but a retrain is essentially making a new version of an old card. And I feel like if they ever wanted to give Arcana's Dark Magician sort of like a special treatment, I feel like that would be kind of fun. You know, like make a sort of like a Dark Magician, like an evil Dark Magician archetype sort of thing. Kind of like make it work with Dark Magician cards normally, but make a specific set of support around it that's more in line aesthetically with Arcana from the anime. I guess a new version of Magical Hats would be kind of cool. That'd be kind of neat. Something like that. I definitely think that maybe that's also part of why Yu-Gi-Oh! Is so enduring, is because even though the modern card game feels kind of gross to play sometimes, like physically or on Master Duel, but I definitely feel like there's so much there that's always been welcoming. There's something there that's always good. Our memory bridge. Found Alpha the Magnet Warrior. Hey, we got the boy. All right. Let me pull. Where's my? All right, I'm gonna have Bakura retreat. Actually, I'll have him return to the center to the Nexus point, and then I'll direct Mai to go down there and finish the job. Unfortunately, my Valentine is kind of the strongest entity we have, so. I say unfortunately more just that it means that we do have to rely on her heavily in order to win. So it is going to be a problem. Oh, jeez. We could send Bakura to go start warming up that last battle back there. I guess. Also gonna get Yugi on the way over there. I don't think Yugi's gonna make it in time to fight, but it's fine. You know what? I just realized this area looks similar to... I forget the stage name, but it's the one that plays Shotgun Kiss in F-Zero GX. I think it's the casino level. I'm just trying to remember its name. But I just remember that area, the visuals of the track look very similar to this place's walls and the large techno-looking places. The holograms, too. Alright, triangle attack was a success. Okay. You know what? That was worth it just to see that one guy that kept healing get blown up. That was worth it. That was 100% worth it. Do it again. Ladies, destroy this man. I want him exploded. That's all I desire at this point. Feed the nihility of my soul and destroy this man. Of course he's gonna guard. I feel like if this guy didn't guard, I would be a little concerned. I'd be concerned for the AI if they were not guarding at this point. This dude is getting absolutely destroyed. Demolished. Why does she get more stars? Why does Mai get more stars? That is not something she needs. She already gets like 100 actions. Why does she need... Why does she need more stars? Oh man, I just realized we probably could... You know what I could do is have Bakura go down here. I'll check that particular place for... I'll check it for items. Because with the trader, we could buy we could buy some new stuff if we pay for the trade union. Nothing here though. So that sucks. Okay. We have a lot. I feel like, you know what's the one thing I do think is kind of silly? The time limit. I do feel like the time limit has kind of stopped meaning anything. Part of it might just be because I can see that the time hasn't moved from midnight this whole time, but it does kind of feel like the timer in general hasn't really been an issue. I think the only time it's been particularly important has been if and when an opponent is going to be approaching very fast. Okay, well, okay, so the trade union is no longer worth it. Okay. That sucks. It does kind of suck that the trade union isn't really doing anything. Because it used to be we were at least trying to hunt for rare items, but now we don't get anything, so... Bit of a shame. Also, given this game's pathfinding, I don't think I can trust... I don't think I can trust that I could just let the player, like our marshals, just walk, because they're not really they don't go around things, really. They don't go around bases and all that. Actually, a great example. I can just click here. Yeah, see, they only go in straight lines, so it seems to me like they don't have the AI to maneuver in this area. They don't have the programming for that. Maybe that's something I would change if I were to remake, if somebody were to remake this game. That was like a recommended change. I feel like that would be one. Just give it like some simple, maybe just simple pathfinding, you know, if there's something in the way, then run a code or something, but maybe, I guess maybe the other thing would be if you could draw, if not that, then at least that you could draw a multi-path point where it's like, okay, go here, then when you go here, when you reach here, go here. You know, that kind of thing where you place a bunch of markers and then they just go to each one. So I feel like that would be okay. That wouldn't be too bad. Okay, and this one has 1 unit in it, so I'm going to guess that this won't be that big a deal, but we'll see. We will see. Who knows? Maybe this will be like the hardest fight in the game. Just like 3 Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragons. It's not even possible, I don't think. As I recall, you can't use fusions on their own in this game. You can only unlock them for viewing, maybe? Oh, he has the Gate Guardian. Okay, I see. I understand. You gotta be kidding me. Of course he does. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. But it's funny to see it, you know? It's also nice to see Kazajin. We haven't got to see him the whole time. Okay, how much damage did that do? Oh, that wasn't too bad at all. Hurricane Strike. Okay, yeah, I feel like the whole team is pretty good here. It's going good. We're about done with this mission, I think. I think if we get one more attack with, yeah, I think if we get one more special, yeah, we're good. This attack is very hard for me to not use. This is a very strong attack. This is very easy to just spam. It does do the big damage. Look at that. And the fight's over. Yeah, it was worth to send my Valentine. Nice. Occupete gets it has 8 stars. How many stars do these ladies have? Yeah, at this point, my Valentine could solo the universe. I swear. Scott's over this way. Let's go, everybody. Okay. No money. Dang, son. Dark Spirit. Okay. In hot pursuit, Yugi and friends make their way through the maze of circuitry and infiltrate the central unit. This is the control unit of the fantasy world created by the computer where Scott is hiding. Countdown to the final battle has started. Can I just say, this game has said final battle, I think 4 or 5, like 4 times now. I think 4 different missions have said final battle, and every time it's been wrong, so I doubt that this is going to be the final battle, even though it might be. It could well be the final battle, and I would not believe it until, like, the credits are rolling. Just genuine disbelief that this is the final battle. Who knows? final battle. Alright. Well, let's go see if this battle is very final. Alright. Let's go. What are we dealing with? Yugi's forces free the main processor. Yugi's team retreats. Okay, let me see what we're dealing with here. So this is the central processing unit. North Bridge. Okay. So the central processing unit's the main target. I'm guessing I could get something if I do all of the rest of them. So what I could do is send... I think I'll send Fizdiz to go get the... I'll send Fizdiz and Mai to go get stuff. Keep foregoing getting an air freshener for my car because I keep thinking they're out. Do people do... I feel weird because I don't know if I don't think I've ever used an air freshener in my car. Was I ever looking in the wrong aisle this whole time? Oh. It happens sometimes, you know. You go into the market and you're like, oh, okay. I can see that. I can understand it. I feel like especially when the aisles they don't really make a lot of sense how they're organized. I mean, I know in American supermarkets, the problem I have is that sometimes it feels like the order of things, you know, if you go across the store, it's like, okay, why is it ordered this way? You know? Never did tell him you have touch, kind of nice. I mean, it's like, that's the thing, I don't think going to the supermarket's particularly bad. I like going to the store when I can, but the only reason I avoid it is because the days that I would go, like the days I would want to go, are the weekend, and that's kind of when like the retirement homes go do their stuff. Oh, uh-oh. Plans have failed. No, but the simulator set is free. It's too late. Doesn't matter what you do now. There's no way to stop the dark spirit now. Ability's computer summon the ancient powers of darkness. The spirit will be here any minute now. Devour your strong duelist souls to take over the entire world. Bunch of lies. There's such thing as the dark spirit. Not just a gamer, it's a trap. A chain to bind my spirit to the dark spirit. I should recover the darkness found within the human heart. Power unlike any other is coming. Gotta stop him quickly. Oh, it's because I bumped into him that now we're going, I see. Oops. I didn't actually want to start this fight, so that's my bad. Oops. That's my bad. So looking in the cleaning supplies aisle, the air pressure is actually in the car batteries aisle next to batteries stationary. Wait, so stationary and batteries are in the car supply aisle in the supermarket? At the supermarket. But I don't know why that feels confusing to me. Maybe it's just because they don't really sell car supplies at like markets, really. Like they sell like car accessories at some stores, but not all of them. In fact, it's kind of the marvel in American supermarkets is that we kind of have the monopoly on the weird specific store stuff. Wait, question. What monster is that? Skull Knight. Oh, that's not too bad. Small accessories, provisional display plate. Interesting. Yeah, we don't really have that. We have other stuff. I guess it's good that you found it, though. Yeah, I know the thing I do whenever my car smells weird, or if it just, like, needs a cleaning. Oh, yeah, break. Alright, we'll be back in 3 minutes to continue that conversation about car stuff. Oh, boy. I am curious if this is going to be the actual final boss, or... Because I don't think we're going to win this fight right away. I think we're going to end up... Probably going to need to do this more than once, but I'd like to get the other fights down if I can help it. I don't know. I need to see what the timer is on this one, because if it's a fast timer, we'll send Yugi to fix this up, but we'll see. Oh, jeez. Back's achy. Whew. I am kind of wondering, though, if we finish this story now, though, then we have, like, an hour of time. Kind of wondering what we're gonna do for the rest of the stream. I could end early, technically, but I kind of like the idea of doing, like, maybe loading up a different game. We have the GameCube. I can go get something down from... I can get something down really quick. Alrighty. I'll have to think about it for a moment. I'll go get something in a bit. Perhaps. It'll be something I consider later. This is not that hard a fight, all things considered, but I'm guessing that this isn't all we're doing. Especially given that Skull Knight seems to be... He's a pretty good boss monster. I think that the aesthetic looks really sick, but it's not that threatening, you know? It is a little bit like, okay, this guy's not quite the scariest thing I've seen. It's Certainly not a poor design, though. Okay, we won, so we'll get... I'm gonna get Taya away from there, because I accidentally triggered that. Let me go grab Taya. Oh god, wait, no, God, I don't want this fight. Oh man. Okay, I'm guessing that... Escape. Okay, can I dip really fast, is the question. Because I'm guessing that starting the fight with Scott automatically gets us locked in. Nope. Okay, we're straight up locked into beating the game. Okay, never mind. God dang it. Ah, jeez. Okay, fine. That kind of sucks because I didn't want to beat Scott this early, but I guess it's fine. We'll just have to play ball. It's fine. It kind of sucks because I wanted to do the other fights, but since we don't really have a choice right now, we kind of have to deal with this, so... Yeah, the sword building up the fire on it that's kind of a sick aesthetic, I'll be honest. It does look really sick. Oh, jeez. Okay, I think if I attack like this, we might be able to take out Serpent Night Dragon, maybe? Maybe. Now, maybe? Yes, okay. Oh, 12. God dang, really? 12? Dang, son. Oh. I do wonder if they made it so that Scott's really hard to walk around so that it's easier to kind of trip you up with it. But by this point, most of your characters are leveled enough that it's not that big a deal. So I'm noticing it now that this fight isn't too bad in terms of damage. We're certainly throwing hands with him, so it's not that big a deal, but... I do wonder if they expected you to be a little weaker here. I guess this game does have the expectation that you might stop and grind if you get a new monster and you want to level them up properly. Because you can grind the levels for monsters, so it's not an impossible task, but I wonder if this game expects you to. It is something I've noticed with other RPGs is that they... Like we noticed with Final Fantasy IX, because there were some expectations that you'd go and level up on your own time for certain bosses. Case in point, the entire end of the game. But it is a curiosity to me. Okay, Taya won the day. It does feel kind of silly that Taya's the one to go and win. But hey, whatever wins, I guess. Warg. There's nothing you can do to stop it. Now the Dark Spirit's almost here. All I wanted to do is offer you his tribute painlessly. Darkness knows no mercy. It'll devour your souls ruthlessly. Not even I can guess how painful that will be. You'll live just long enough to regret the fact you were not defeated by me. Is Scott just dead? What a waste. I hate to lose such a convenient pawn. Oh, it's Dark Knight. Oh, this is the guy from Forbidden Memories. Even if he was more than a little crazy, I could have used it for something else. The punishment for interfering with a minion of the darkness is harsh indeed. Where are you? Does it matter? What good does it know? What good does it do the cow to know the name of the butcher? It's still going to end up as steak. Why is such a profound line in a Yu-Gi-Oh spin-off game? Beautiful. This place actually is quite nice. It'll make a nice stepping stone to the outside world. Well, all I need to do now is wait to finish materializing. Might as well eat you while I wait. Which means should I summon forth Obelisk the Tormentor, I summon thee. He actually just straight up summoned. Oh my god, that looks sick. What? I'm going to guess that. Yeah, okay, so he's right there now. Okay, I'm gonna send. Okay, I'm gonna have... Actually, I'm gonna have Taya go deal with this particular fort. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna have Taya go deal with that fort. I'm gonna have Mai be the one to deal with this nonsense. And I'll have Bakura go and deal with the... Yeah, I think I'll have Mai go do the... There we go. Oh god, dang it. Oh my god, don't tell me that they're stuck. Okay, there we go. Let me pull... Maybe this will work. I have to, like, sit here and baby them through. Nope, okay. How do I do this? Okay, you know what? Maybe if I pull them both this way, it'll be fine. Okay, I'll just get both of them out of here. It's fine. Good lord. I just feel like I have to. I'm like, feels like I'm shimmying like a tool that's stuck somewhere, like through like a divot or something. This music is kind of a jam, though. I'll be honest. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, if I want to clear the other forts, I need to go do so, like, yesterday. We do have as much time as we please, so that's fine, but... Alright, there we go. Yeah, we'll send some of these teams to go deal with the other forts to go get ourselves all the resources we can. We might as well take our time with this mission. We can get everything we want out of it. And I'm pretty sure we could just fight Obelisk with Mai anyway, so... Not the worst thing ever, honestly. It'll be good. Okay, well... Man, that camera is kind of going crazy. Okay, here we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, good. Alright, send her off to the races. Meow. Alright, here we go. so much micromanaging to get this to all work the way I want it to. Just so much of me having to just move things around. Just clicking buttons, man. I don't know what I'm... All basic insect? Why does he have nothing but basic insect? What is this man cooking? I don't like it. Whatever it is, I know I'm gonna hate it. I don't like that. I hate this. I don't know what it is, but I hate it. I have to destroy it. This guy has definitely got some diabolical methods or something. He's got that armor. He's got that insect armor that attacks everybody. Guard, soldier spike. Either that or this guy is, or either that or this particular robot is just psychotic enough to run 3 basic insect. Come to think of it, this is probably the first time I've ever seen a unit comprised only of 1 monster, and it's just a basic insect. Which, now that I consider it, is very weird. Because normally you only get 1 monster of a type, you don't get to have 3 of each. Because 3, like, you don't tend to get 3 of, you don't get to use 3 ofs in this game. At least not on the story mode. Insect fire, yep, there it is. There it is, that's what I was expecting. It's kind of what I was waiting for, but... Yeesh. We'll just go right to left and knock him out. It'll be fine. Oh, jeez. Kind of a weird troop to run into at this point, though. It is kind of a bizarre grouping to get 3 of basic insect as a final boss area encounter. There's the fire cannon again. Okay, how much are we dealing? Okay, health-wise we're okay, but we might need to heal Suijin before too long. We might need to heal it soon. Yep, okay. There we go, that's fine. Yeah, this is feeling pretty good, all things considered. I do think Fizdiz might be... I think unintentionally, Fizdiz is one of those characters that became one of my favorites because mechanically she was always there, pretty consistent as a marshal. And then on top of that, she also... I do like her design, she looks very cool. She's pretty, I like her. Very good character design. I feel like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Spin-offs also had a lot of generic looking characters for different settings, but they were all in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Art style. So you got characters who looked good, but were also kind of interchangeable in different settings, which is kind of neat. Like, Fizdiz and Simon being in this game is wild. Actually, come to think of it, all of Forbidden Memory's side characters are in this game, it seems. I think the only one I haven't seen is that old guy from that speedrunners like to beat up for extra cards. So I know there's as I recall, and this is me quoting the speedrun as I understand it verbatim, they refer to the old man as the old fuck, which, yes, I have seen this man. That would be that would be the terms I use to describe him. Because he looks straight up... Oh, the Karibo. Multiple spine shot. What is he doing? What was that? That boy was tweaking. Why did they make it so that this boy is tweaking? Oh, he's dead. Oh, she's dead. Okay. Well, first we got a Monster Reborn. I was not expecting to see Karibo actually start tweaking. That was crazy. What is this? Like, granted, they are adorable, but why? Miss. Yeah, because he was guarding. That's fine. Good gracious. Okay, let's go for the one that isn't. He's guarding, but we could try and break his guard. It'll be fine. Thankfully, their HP is still low, so we could try and break through by just attacking. Whoa. Okay, actually getting to see the animation, that is kind of sick. It does way too much damage, though. Oh, no. Oh, Taya might be cooked. Oh, Taya's definitely cooked. Oh, no. Now two of them. Okay, we could do this again, though. We just need to... We need to open up the field a little bit here. Okay, use the Monster Reborn. I definitely need to heal at some point, though. We definitely need to heal. I do think that Taya might have been a bad choice for this fight. But that might only be me thinking that... I think her defenses aren't high enough to handle this. Just because these guys are spamming some really high damaging attacks. Okay, thankfully the ability to reduce accuracy is definitely working, but... Okay, and they can no longer do that move, so that's good. Maybe now we have a chance to turn this around? Maybe? I hope so. Really hoping so at this point. Really hoping we can turn this one around. It does kind of feel like we got bodied by... the fuzzballs decided to make it our problem we exist. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to do any more accuracy degeneration because we don't need to. We don't really need to remove their ability to hit because they're out of attacks. That's fine. That one's going to get one more attack anyway, so I don't really... It doesn't really matter. Oh, I get... Well... Ah, well. Yeah, well. It's fine. Oh yeah, we probably could have knocked it out one turn, but... Oh, we missed anyway. Okay, never mind, we're good. Well, you know what? We got lucky. We take those. Sometimes you just gotta take your W's. You can't question everything in the universe. Okay, let's see. I think if we attack... We do A, and then we use the middleweight. Oh, never mind. We missed. Crap. Okay. Well, that sucks. That sucks a little bit because it does mean that we basically have... Oh man, that means that when we try this fight the second time, we have a 50-50 of getting cooked when we load in. There's a very real chance that we just lose. Oh, we lose that fight? Really? How does that? Oh, because we died multiple times. I guess that's fair. Yeah, we had just as many deaths on our side, and we didn't actually beat him, so that's fair. That's fair. Okay. I feel like this is why I was told to keep Kribo on tap, because with multiply, I reckon you could do a lot of nonsense. Oh, that might kill. That might just kill. That might just kill like a lot of people. Okay, well that sucks, but we'll make it work. I think if we just do enough damage, we're fine. I think if we just get lucky, do a lot of damage, we're okay. Yeah, we were expecting the multiple spine shot, though, off the cuff. Okay, yeah, we win. Okay, we're good. Thank you, Kribo, for the heart attack. We are gonna go now. Oh, Tail leveled up. Okay, that's good. 3 across the board ain't too bad. We take those. Alrighty, let's see. Stopped the system south bridge. What does that even mean? I'm guessing this has something to do with, like, the power of the field. Okay, one thing I will do is get... Let's get Joey out here, just in case we need it. Oh, never mind. Oh, it's the Magnet Warriors. Hey. Oh, look at the lads. Oh, we get to see them all for once. Yeah, they're as cool as I thought they were. Alpha, Beta, and Gamma. Look at my boys. Okay, let me see. What are we dealing with here? Oh, interesting. So, Gamma's the weakest defense one. Interesting. Okay, so we'll focus Gamma first, then. I think he can make Valkyrion if he has a polymerization. Wait, does he? Oh, they each have a polymerization. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, so... This is a fight we need to kind of end quickly, or at least take out one of them. Because if they get to do polymerization, I am going to get cooked. I think Bakura will just die. He'll die for real. He dies for real. 100% dies for real if that gets to go off. Yep, there it is. Oh no. Yeah, that's Valkyrion. Like, I do get why they have to do Valkyrion as a fusion, because they can't do the contact fusion stuff in this game, but... Oh man, that sucks for me. He has so many attacks! Oh no. Well, that's not good. If we can out-DPS him, we might have a chance, but... That's a solid maybe. I don't think Bakura is strong enough to do that, at least. Magnet Saber. He somehow missed, so we take those. I think we just need to attack him with everything we have and hope for the best. Because at the very minimum, it's one target, and if with all of our damage going at 1, it might not be too big a deal. Maybe? Maybe. A critical would be nice right now. Guard. Oh, of course he's guarding. Alright, we're gonna wait. I'm not wasting my attacks on the guard. I know better than that. Man, that just made me realize how many times I could have just hit wait to wait out a guard instead of trying to punch through it. And now I feel kind of silly, but at the same time, I can't really fault myself for wanting to go full attack. Because this game did teach me... The instructions did say if you attack through a guard, it does more damage when you bust through, so... Okay, we might actually... Yeah, with Ansatsu we can win this. Wow, he's actually dead. I'm surprised we were able to do that. That's pretty good. Hey, not bad. We actually beat Valkyrion, like, just without a problem. That wasn't too bad. North Bridge liberated. So the north... So all 3 of the bridges are stopped now. So we'll send Mai in to go deal with Obelisk, I guess. We don't have any items for dealing with the God card, specifically. Oh. Holy smokes, he's huge. Oh, I can't move the camera at all either. Holy shit. He's that big? He has 8,500 attack? Oh. Oh my god. If he doesn't punch my monsters for like 3,000 each, I'm gonna be mad. With this intimidating stance, this guy bet Destruction Flash. Oh god. Oh my god. 700. Okay, that is still more than anybody has done up to this point. Okay, we did 1,000 with 1 special, so we'll do it again. Do it again. Absolutely could almost win with my Valentine. I love the sense of scale that Obelisk has here. This is so sick. It's so sick. Do it again. It is genuinely sick as hell. Like, look at that. I don't know why this reminds me a bit of fighting Darkseid in Kingdom Hearts. It's the particular Heartless that attacks Destiny Islands. It feels like that to me, where it's like the sheer scale of a monster that huge. This is definitely larger in terms of the relative scale, but there's something about it that reminds me of that kind of like that feeling of awe that would come with seeing something like this in terms of scale. Pure fear. Like genuine fear response. Alrighty. Well, we've dinged him for a couple thousand now, so we can... Okay, one thing I will do is I'll red medicine the one, just so if he has any special attacks that we can kind of we can persist. Man. It's just so freaking cool. This is definitely one of the coolest boss fights I've seen in a Yu-Gi-Oh game for sure, though. Because it's definitely... I feel like in terms of spectacle, the God cards sometimes feel kind of flat when they're played. So the fact that this game is given the God card, like... It's just Obelisk, and it feels like the most insane thing ever on the planet. Like, that's also part of it. They're making it so that each God... I'm guessing each God card gets to have, like, a big climactic fight, rather than making it so that you get to see all of them in a row. Like, the fact that we get to have Obelisk get his big moment is so sick. Look at him. He's so cool. I'm so sad I don't use the God cards often in the card game itself. I would definitely... I guess it's because they expect you to rep only one. And I feel like I would have a hard time choosing which one to stick with. I'd probably choose Slifer, but Obelisk is so good. I love Obelisk, man. He's so cool. Okay, Mai won that somehow, so that's pretty good. Okay, now is it gonna back me up so I can have somebody else come in and help out, or... Okay, it is. Okay, stop. Okay. You know what I will do is let me get... I kind of want to send Yugi in for the last fight. Yeah, let's send in Yugi. I could whittle him down with Mai so that Yugi can land the finishing touch. I do like Obelisk a lot. This is very sick. Again, just look at that. Like, if I could get rid of the UI elements, this would be the sickest thing to look at. 100% would be the sickest thing. Yeah, so what I could do is deal some damage and then escape. Because there's nothing really stopping me from dealing damage and then booking it. Because I absolutely could. Oh my god. Oh, she got crit. Never mind. Okay, yeah, we'll attack a couple times and then escape. I think we want to get him down to... I guess what we could do is get him down to 1,000. Because I think at 1,000, we could reasonably... Omni-Hand... Oh, no. Oh, my God. Okay, you know what? I probably should have expected that was possible, but... that's... The way he was rearing that back, I thought he was going to do that, that one punch meme. I was thinking about that meme where the guy's like winding back the punch super far. He absolutely rocked my shit. It's amazing. I love it. Okay, I think here's where we want to... Oh no. We might just die from this. I think Mai might just go down. That's enough damage to knock out. It was. Okay. Okay, so Mai got knocked out of the fight, unfortunately. Okay, that wasn't what I wanted, but it did work out, so this is fine. So now Yugi's gonna try and come in clutch, but now... Okay, can I just say, I'm kind of scared now that Yugi's gonna die and I'm gonna have to redo this whole mission because I wasn't expecting to get cooked that hard. Okay, fingers crossed Yugi is as strong as I think he is. I guess what I could do is send Joey to back him up just in case. We'll see. Okay, let's fight Obelisk one more time. It's so freaking cool, though. This is definitely, in my opinion, one of the cooler boss fights I've seen in a game in a while. I think it also helps that I have major bias for the god cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! 2. Because as monster designs, they always go hard. Like, look at that. Look at him. Look how sick this guy is. The fact that he has an HP bar to match his stature is just outstanding. Because it feels properly like he's a genuine raid boss. Oh my god, that effect also just looks sick. It's like his attacks look great, his model looks great. Man. Okay, summon Skull, finish the job. Meow. Hey! Win! Not too bad. It feels kind of like... It does feel a little bit anticlimactic to go like, another one bites the dust after I win. Alright. Take that, Dark Knight. I like how it goes, what? I have dematerialized him. We did it! What's happening? The whole place is starting to fall apart. Oh. Soul of Obelisk, what? What did we just get? Yugi, wake up, snap out of it. Yugi, good, you find a way. Hurry up, the fire's getting close. Fire? What fire? There are flames coming out of the big machine connected to the dual disc when we woke up. It looks like there was some kind of trouble. Anyway, we need to get out of here. Oh. Fire in the SIC has burned fiercely through the night until flames engulfed the entire complex. The fire blazed into the morning, destroying the entire lab. Yugi and company escaped relatively unharmed. Various news media reported that an accident in one or more of the labs had started the fire. Real truth is buried forever in darkness. Scott Irvine, the architect of the Insidious incident, has disappeared after he left Kaiba Corporation. No one even knew if he was alive or not. Ah! I was correct. So he was a former Kaiba Corp worker. The fire sick closed its doors and went out of business. There's no trace of Scott. What pushed Scott Irvine over the edge and made him embrace madness? No one knows the answer to that question. His final words before he disappeared from Kaiba Corp might hold a clue. It is inevitable that those who realize the existence of the gods wish to eventually to control them. I see. So basically, he realized that the gods exist and Dark Knight. He realized all the stuff that happens in the anime is real, and is like, I want to control all that. Cast you? What the heck? What is it? What is this cast list? What is happening? What are we dealing with right now? Man. Mako, Mai, S. Wow, it's really funny just getting like a cast list. Oh yeah, there's Mokuba. Weevil, Underwood, Rex after Boat. Wait, what? Who that? Wait, where the heck were these guys? Merrick and Shiju. What? Heishi. Oh yeah, Heishi. I remember him. Scott. Wait, there's a bunch of characters I don't remember seeing earlier. What the heck was that? Oh, look at that. Aw, Takahashi. Man, we ran into the credits. Holy crap. Well, hot damn. Well, we actually beat Yugi's story. Look at that. I just realized this game would be like Sonic Adventure, where we have like the multiple... We get the multiple credits because we play through each story. I see. Man. So we are at some point going to play all 3 stories. But I told myself that I would do it as like an alternation thing. So we'll do it where we'll play this game. We played Yugi's story, then we'll play another game for Wednesday. And then we'll play Kaiba's story, then we'll play another game, then we'll play Joey's story, and then we'll go back to normal. Which, it's mostly just because I do want to finish this game, because this game's really fun, so... Good stuff. That is such a small team, holy crap. That is such a small team to make a game like that. Oh my god, I just realized how small a team made this game. Oh my god, that's actually quite impressive. Said it earlier, it's impressive when you're able to see how much a team can do at this point. Oh boy, so good. And we're back to the main menu now. So if I go to the main menu now, we can... If I hit load game, what happens? Oh, I see. So if you load game now, you can load as Kaiba or Yugi. So if we wanted to, we could replay Yugi's scenario and try to like do more stuff in there, so we could replay it, or we can play Kaiba's story next time. So we're gonna play Kaiba's, of course, but okay. So that's man, we actually beat Yugi's story. That's really good. All right. So that was Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom. We actually did complete the story, at least Yugi's story. I do want to go through and try to beat all 3 stories on stream at some point. So, like I said, so we'll be back here. We'll be back. But for now, I do have to... We're going to call it for... At least, here's the thing. We're going to call it for this game for right now. I am going to swap over games. So give me one moment. I'm going to go look at what I have right on tap. One moment. Okay, I'm gonna go to the other room and grab something real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I looked in my GameCube collection, stared at it for 5 seconds, and then said, okay, you know what? I don't know what to grab, so I grabbed the first thing that my brain focused on. I don't really know what my goal is with playing this. I just was like, you know what? For nostalgia, why not? So hang on. Gonna change our category real quick, like. Hang on. Okay. A story. No. Oh, that's right. I can't change the category on here. That's right, because I tried doing that last time. And for some reason, it won't let me change my category on the mobile version. It's very, for some reason, it's very finicky about doing category changes on mobile. I don't know why. The mobile app is very stupid for Twitch sometimes. I think particularly when it comes to certain functionalities, they've really screwed it up. Okay, switch. Let's see. How many of my... There we go. There we go. I got rid of myself somehow. Well, that's a shame. Okay, everything else is good. Yep. Okay. Alrighty. Grab the Wii remote. I think I'm just gonna let the intro play, so everybody who is listening to stream and not looking at their screen directly will be mildly confused when they hear the music. That familiar song. Oh, what a wonderful welcome. It's been a long while since I've loaded this game up, holy crap. I was just thinking about it, that it's like, yeah, I haven't actually thought about loading this up in a long time. Now that I think about it, I think the last time I put in the disc specifically was like... Might have been a year ago now, maybe more than a year, I don't know. I don't often play this game. Now I think about it. Man. You know what's the other thing I'm thinking of right now is whether or not... Now the real question is, on this memory card, what's the save file look like? Oh, beautiful. Alright, what's the memory card look like? Let me look. Let me look at one player mode. Let me see what we got. Classic. What do we have on here? Oh, we have everybody. Okay, I see. Intriguing. Which memory card is this one? Oh, this is... Okay, this one's mine, I think. Yeah. Okay, well... Honestly, I just loaded it up because I was like, you know what? We could play something. What do I want to play as? Sure. We'll see if I remember how to play Smash Brothers Melee. It's been so long. Oh boy. We'll see if I remember how to play. It's so weird to be back play. It's so weird to play Melee after playing Ultimate for so long now. Because I've been playing Ultimate now for a good long while now. Oh my goodness, it's so weird to play. It's so weird going back to a game like this, you know, where you're like, oh yeah, this is very much not the game I have been playing lately, you know. Because I've been playing Ultimate now for a good long, well, it came out in 2017, so. Man, it's been that long already. Oh my god, it feels so weird. It feels weird to... I feel like sometimes it's like a social faux pas to mention the passage of time, you know? Like, it feels wrong to mention the fact that time has moved in such a weird way. Hello, Toad. Oh, it's so weird not having a lot of the functionality of Ultimate. So much functionality from Ultimate is just not there right now, and my muscle memory is so fighting it. My muscle memory is fighting right now, because I can tell that I'm trying to do stuff that's in Ultimate that's not in this game. Oh. And I triggered the funny Luigi fight. I remembered how to do that. I'm happy I remembered this. I'm happy I remembered how to trigger the Luigi fight. It's not that hard, but it's nice that I remembered it. It's one of those things where, you know when you remember something from a game that you played as a kid? That's what it feels like, where it's like, oh yeah. Oh god, I'm getting comboed. I'm getting bullied. Oh god, no. Oh god, no. Well, that was stupid of me. God, smash attacks feel so weird. Oh right, you can't use a C-stick! Or at least not natively, I don't think. I think there's a thing for it, maybe. Feel very silly getting cooked like this, but this is fine. Oh, it's so weird. It feels so different to be back to like go backwards like this, though. I feel like this is one of those game series where going backwards feels weirder the further you go back. Especially when you get really used to the original, when you get used to certain releases. I think it's interesting now that I think about it that the jump from Melee to Brawl wasn't so bad. The jump from Melee to Smash 4 wasn't awful, but it was still weird. But I feel like going Ultimate to Melee is such a weird disconnect. Oh, the physics feel so different. Beep, 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 beep. Well. Okay, well, that was pretty good. I kind of just wanted to play this just to I feel like at this point, it's just because I don't like ending streams early, even though it's not that big a deal, and I know that. It's like I know that ending stream early is not a sin, but it's just like one of those things where it makes me feel nice when I'm able to run stream the whole time. Oh god. Oh god dang it, that's such a dumb way to lose a life. So dumb. Oh, he's dead. Okay, Claptrap got me. If I can't do it, I know Claptrap got me. Oh, it's so silly. Oh man. But yeah, for everybody, yeah, I think it's oh man, it's so weird thinking about the fact that both this game and the Falsebound Kingdom are on the same system to me, because they both do such different things with their graphical like techniques. Oh, okay, we're good. Definitely also feels like this game is such a different beast by comparison. Bum, 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 bum. God, it's so nostalgic. This game's nostalgia is so strong, man. The nostalgia is so strong with this game. I know a lot of it for me is the fact that when you play a game a lot, you end up internalizing pieces of it in yourself. If I recall, this is the one. Yeah, this is the dead end one. So okay, I need to go back out of here. That was a trophy. Oh, it's a Pokeball. Never mind. It's even better. I feel like the screen's kind of dark. Yeah, it's just me. Oh, wait. Ah. Oh, well. Oh, jeez. Let's get out of here. Seems like the screen's just fine for you guys, but it's like, for me, it's a little bit too dark. So I'm gonna... Some of my vision is a little bit obscured. My Claire do be obscure. Oh, there we go. Whoop. Alright, up we go. It's always the last place you look. It's so rare to get a fast one in this mode. Oh, I probably will. Nice. Ah, there we go. Hey. Wait, wasn't that just basically one level below where I was early, where I started? Oh, that's so sad. It's so sad. Oh boy. I remember I used to also be kind of like mildly scared of the character, like the challenger's approaching screen. like that, you know, that screen that shows up whenever a new character's approaching. I'm not exactly sure why it scared me so much, but I think it might be in the same vein as stuff being mildly scary in Nintendo games was always a bit more of a disconnect to me than when it was something scary in a scary game. This is just more proof that Sheik was always broken. Oh god. Ow. Okay, I need to lock in a little bit just because I don't want to lose another life to Sheik. It's way too early in the adventure mode to lose another life. Howie. Howie. Yeet. Pow. Whoa. Hey, I'm alive. At what cost, though? Oh, we're at the Thunderdome. This is perfect. Come here, nerd. Oh, this is such a bad fight. Oh my god, no. Not like this. Not like this, please. Perish! Thank goodness. Okay, we did it. Oh my god, that was pain. I tried to remember all of my, like, you know, like the things you do in these games, and I'm just like, man, it's been so long since I played Melee properly, so it's like, oh god. It does feel so much slower, though. Man. Also, some of the controller shorthand that used to be there is no longer there. Because I'm thinking of stuff like the, pressing X plus A is no longer shorthand for, like, a short hop thing. Like, you still have to... You have to do it really... You just have to, like, roll your fingers across the controller. Or your thumb, rather. Well, I'm using my thumb, but, you know. Howie. Oh, nerd. Get cooked. Got him! So stupid. Alright. Actually, I think this section, too, also had me scared a good chunk as well. Just because alarm systems... You know, I'm starting to realize where some of my... I had a realization while working on Madman's Dice that I had... A lot of my like, inner fears kind of worked their way into the game. One of the weird ones is alarm systems. I have a weird... I don't think it's a phobia per se, but it's definitely one of those internal, deep-seated, I don't want to do that sort of fears. And one of them is setting off alarm systems. It sounds weird, but you know that feeling of dread you get when you accidentally trip something you weren't meaning to? In my case, it's specifically that feeling of, oh, I didn't want to, like, oh, oops, I set off an alarm that will probably make a lot of people, like, I don't know, like, inconveniences people or something. It's like a social anxiety fear or something. Like, oh, whoops, I just caused a bunch of people a lot of problems because I triggered an alarm. And for some reason I can sauce Kirby. Why is this the case? Hey, not too bad. God, I forgot how chunky the sprites are. Man. It really is different when you're playing something at 720p. Like 720p versus the 1080 and higher that we have nowadays. Now, I think if I get Half Minute Man on this stage, I can get... Oh, God. I think if I get Half Minute Man on this stage, you get to fight the Giant Kirby. If I recall correctly. Oh, just barely Half Minute Man, I think. Yep. Hey, I remember that. The big Kirby. Big Kirby. Look at him. I love this big boy. Look at this lad. So larg. I know that one good hit is gonna knock me flat, though. Get A-tilted, fool. Ooh. Ooh. Got him. To all skill. 100% skill. That was so dumb. We only did it though, so I count it. It's good. Alright. Meow. Oh, yeah. Come at me, Melee Fox. This is your time to shine. I will say, this game did kind of make me think that, like, Star Fox was one of the coolest characters ever. And that's still kind of true. Ooh. I still think Star Fox is probably one of the coolest dudes in gaming, in my opinion. But specifically, like, I feel like this era was very cool.
Wait right there, Angler. All ships report. Hey, Slippy, don't get too excited. Keep it together. Things are about to get.
Oh wow! I actually got Falco to show up too. How did I get every special event to happen in this one adventure mode? What the heck? Man, I think Melee did a lot to make me like really think like how cool some of these worlds were. Oh, he's dead. Wow, that was fast. I remember that was one thing that always made me consider those. I always thought, well, why don't they just make the games look like this? And being a game designer now, I understand why they didn't make a Star Fox in this style, why they didn't make, you know, different games in different style, in some of the styles that were here. But, man, it just made me imagine, you know? I am now... It is one of those things, though, again, where I can kind of see where some of my person was formed in these games. Oh god, not wheezing! Ow! Oh no, that's gonna hurt. Owie. Okay, grab a Pokeball. Or at least just hit somebody. Pokeball. Oh, Articuno, nice. It did nothing. Charizard! Charizard, bleh. I have everybody. I am calling for assistance from every Pokemon I could find. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Okay. Don't taunt me, Pikachu. Perish. I am going to throw Pokemon. I'm going to throw as many Pokeballs as it takes to defeat everybody. Electrode. I think I've gotten everybody except for... I've gotten Cyndaquil 3 times. Why is he always here? Okay, that was... Now that was horrendous. That was so stupid. Oh, man. Yeah, it was fun, though. Oh man, I actually played F-Zero GX on stream. I haven't played it in a while, but maybe I should again. I haven't played it in ages. It's such a good game. It's so fun. That one's a good one too. Oh man, just thinking about like different games that I'm just infatuated with. Oop. I definitely think that F-Zero GX is one of those racing games that makes you feel the speed. It's something that I think some racing games, it's where they don't feel great, is when they don't make you feel like you're going exceptionally fast. I think it's fine when a racing game is trying to be a little bit more, you know, even keel, to try and appeal to people who aren't 100% familiar with those kind of games, but I don't know, I feel like a great racing game makes you feel, it makes you feel skilled even if you're, you know, even if you're going slower. Like, it still feels fast, rather. You know. Like, it feels fast. It doesn't have to be fast, it just has to feel fast. Give it some power. Give it some oomph. You know? It's important. Oh, he died. He fell. I feel like half of this playthrough has been me getting lucky. Where it's just been, okay, cool, I got lucky enough to get around the enemy, it's fine. It's okay. Ow. I will say, being not great at this game right now and also getting cooked is causing me a lot of issues. Got him! Hey! Alright, I still remember some things. Saturn siblings. So many Saturn things. What the heck was that? So many Saturn-related doodads. Ah, yes. The climb. Oh, there's Topies. It's amazing how much I recall, despite... Again, like I said, it's interesting how much you can recall when you haven't played something in a while. But I think some ways, some stories end up becoming kind of intrinsic to your personality. And for me, it was that I played an obsessive amount of GameCube games when I was growing up. Even with the Wii, even with the Wii right there, I would still sometimes prefer playing GameCube games until a certain point. I guess in some way it also does kind of, to an extent, it does kind of point towards why I like playing older games so much. Because a lot of older games have a particular... I said it earlier, there's a certain je ne sais quoi that comes with big successes, and I feel like with these games, there's a certain feeling that comes from them that it's very hard to replicate in other titles. Okay, I need to get up and out of here because this is bad. Oh god, I'm getting comboed. Ugh. Oh, that's bombs. I don't like that. That was so loud. When did I get a Topi KO? When did a Topi get knocked out? When did that happen? Oh. Perish wireframes. Man, the wireframe, I forgot how weird the wireframes look, and this TV does not help the way that they look. They look so freaking weird. Ow. I need to just let it rip when I get the chance, man. Oh god. Can I grab items while I'm passing by them? Why is the gravity so finicky? What is up with that? Ooh, okay, let me take a moment to... I need to take a moment. I've been playing non-stop for the last 20 minutes. I need to stop for a moment. Hang on. Oh, jeez, I need to stretch my arms. Ugh. I've been trying to also... I did do some yard work this week, so I skipped my workout for 2 days, but did my workout today, and it's like... I think specifically it's that even a half week of workout, I do the treadmill for 3 miles with inclines, so it's a lot. I think it's a lot on my body, but it's mainly just because my muscles really do require a fair bit to keep where they are. And I forget, I just realized what I said. I just realized that my whole week, I do like a 6 miles of inclines. I do 6 miles of inclines of walking every... It's not a lot for some people, I imagine, you know, if you walk that during your workday every day, or if you're like in construction, but I feel like for somebody whose job is sedentary, it feels like a lot to do 6 miles when your job is to sit in front of something all day, you know? It's interesting. It surprises me because because I do know people who barely get like a quarter of that. It's a curious thing, really. Alrighty. Oh boy, this fight gets twice as hard when you get Luigi. And now it's gonna be even harder. Here we go. It's gonna be even harder because I'm fighting Rust.
Ready? Go!
And... okay, I think I could beat them if I can throw. If I can land a good throw, I think we're fine. Oh god. Okay, not bad. Yeah, I think if I can land some throws, I'll be... okay, yeah, if I can... I'm just gonna have to judo throw them off of the stage. Ow. There we go. Who have you sent to the Shadow Realm today, ODaM? Well, we actually sent Scott there. We actually beat Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom, at least the Yugi story. We still have the Kaiba story to do. But we did send Scott, and technically Dark Knight. I decided to unwind with some Smash Brothers Melee, and forgot that it's been a while since I played, and playing on normal difficulty is quite difficult when you haven't done that. So it's been fun. It's been interesting. But we sent a good number of people. And technically everybody we beat here, so we're doing good.
Ready?
Oh yeah. Oh, forgot how... I kind of forgot how scary Bowser is in this... oh. Oh. I'm trying to play a bit of keep away here, but... oh. Yes! Okay, I was very tempted to get greedy there, but I didn't want to risk dying to that. There we go. What's this? Yeet. Oh, nuts. Howie. Okay. Holy, it's been a while since I played Melee. Here we go. I remember this boss fight in particular, it just scared the crap out of me when I was a kid and we found out what it was for the first time. Because I remember me and a couple friends did it for the first time, we were like, what is that? I mean, look at this, man. Look at Giga Bowser.
Ready?
Look at this dude! He's built different, man. A genuine menace. Yeah, what? Built different, like wrongly. Built incorrect. Hey, food. Oh. I'm just gonna keep forward. Forward air will save me. Oh god. I missed with the item. Uh-oh. I have an extra life, but ow. Ha! Iframes, idiot. Ugh. Give me that. Yes! Oh my god, he's at 300%! Oh god. Please, okay, he's dead. Holy, dude! Whew! Holy crap, man. Please explode. Oh. Just all. Holy crap, man. Well, that was fun. Been a while since I've done that. No, we play the credits. Meow. Also, it gives me a chance just to sit and listen to this music. I love this version of the Dr. Mario theme, man. So much of this game informed the things that I liked in games in general. Unlockables. Just enough story to make you think, but not enough to actually be too worrying. Man. And also this game, man, it's fun to revisit. It's nice to revisit every once in a while, you know, just go back and see how things were back then. Man, also thinking about it, it has been a while since I've seen these graphics. It's amazing how far we've come since then. God. I wonder if all those links are still the same. $99 hit. Nice. Just bonking everybody with pills.
Congratulations!
Hey. Oh boy. It's just nice to revisit something like this. I didn't have a lot of time. When I was looking at the games in the collection, I was like, oh, what do I grab? Yeah. New trophy, maybe? I'm surprised this particular save file doesn't have everything, but I know I've reset my own save file multiple times just to get that feeling of unlocking characters again. Because it was always such a fascination to see those again. What is alpha? Future release. Oh my god, I forgot they would do that. That they would put some things in here just because they were future releases. Oh, it's so weird to me. It's so weird to think about now. Annie. Oh, yeah, the different illegal robots. Yeah, Custom Robo. I need to play Custom Robo 2, because apparently that one's one of the ones that people really like. I need to take a look at this at some point. I remember seeing these and wondering why I couldn't get them in America, but... Oh. Alas. Man. Alright, I probably have some time to play... Probably maybe a classic, maybe? I'll probably play a classic and then end stream. Probably be good enough. You know, I'm gonna play it on easy, though. As much as I want to play it on a higher difficulty, I do not think I have the brain cells left to do it on a harder difficulty.
Mr. Game and Watch.
Yeah.
Mr. Game and Watch.
Sure. You know what's funny? I've liked playing as Mr. Game & Watch for a while, but it's interesting how different his moveset is nowadays. Man, it's so different now. Look at this dude. Oh man. It's one of those things where I think it's hard to explain a game that is in the core of so many other games' designs. Like, this game is basically, I think Melee is the poster child for this kind of brawler, this kind of game. So I don't think any other game quite reaches this level of, like, being the center. There's very few games that feel this way, where the game itself is fundamental to the genre itself, you know? You know what I just realized? That key move is no longer a spike. It doesn't like make you go downwards. And that really confuses me. Hey, there it is. Hey. A new record, really? Alright. How does, like, how Rogue really defines the roguelikes? Sort of, yeah. Well, it's funny too, because I feel like Rogue itself has sort of fallen out of favor in its own genre because most people have not played Rogue. Like, if you ask somebody if they've played Smash Brothers, they will have played Melee. They will either have played, like, 4 or Ultimate or Melee. Like, or at least one of them, you know? It's like, but I feel like Smash Brothers Melee is kind of like the one most people have played if they played one of them, at least one. Pokeball. Yo. And it's interesting because I guess historically it makes more sense with Rogue, but I know Doom used to be the name of the first-person shooter genre because it used to be that Doom, like, first-person shooters were called Doom clones, like Doom shooters. Well, not a chance to play rather than chose another play. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's also true because a lot of the time, I don't even know how many people can play Rogue anymore if you're not emulating or doing something else for it. I actually don't know. But that is true, though. But I feel like Melee is such a poster child for its own genre. It's on Steam. Oh, I need to go play. I need to check it out sometime then. That would be interesting. Oh, God. No! Ah! No, Steam is running it on DOSBox, yeah. So it's not quite the same as it could be, you know? I will say Mewtwo is actually my favorite character in this game, even though I know he's not good. But I really like playing as Mewtwo. There's FPS Rogue. Might need to look at that. But it's interesting when I wave dash, baby. I don't even know if I wave dashed. I just acted like a fool. And it's so different when they layer sound effects on top of each other. Oh, oops. Man, it's so different. It's so weird. It feels so strange. Got him. That's so stupid. Oh boy. But there's so many things also about this particular game that just aren't there anymore. It's interesting seeing how this game feels by comparison when I'm thinking about Ultimate now. Because we've played Ultimate recently, not super recently, but I know we've played it a couple times for, you know, community nights and such, but... Okay, I forget which way is the fastest with Game & Watch, but we'll just go this way, it's fine. Ow. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just bum rush through it. Now, we're not making it to the last door, but we'll take this one. That's good. Not too bad. 4 coins. I take that. Not too bad. We take those. I might need to look into it, though, if I can. Meow. Nope. Whiff. Whiff. Oh. Hey. We just took the L on that one. He absolutely got cooked. Happens to the best of us, truly. It's so weird to me because I'm so used to Ultimate because his... Wait, you know what? I did not. I whiffed that so hard. I forgot you can't just hold it. It's a thing that only is active for a certain amount of time. Oh, it's so weird. It's so weird that so many of the buffs that Mr. Game Watch has in Ultimate now are just not here. I forgot that this is a different time, truly. Like I said, it's so strange going backwards in this series because certain functionality you get used to. Oh, all right then. Oh boy, man, it feels so weird to be back to this. I guess in some ways it kind of like takes me backwards in time, but not exactly. It used to be that when I play a game, it would literally, you know, like mentally, I would kind of like sit backwards, kind of try to return to that time. But now it's more like I'm enjoying the fact that I can appreciate these games as an adult and have the mental capacity to go like, oh yeah, I see why I like these so much. You know, I could see why where I got certain things from playing these. You know, like I can it kind of gives me more of a mental check-in rather than a retreat from the current. It's also nice seeing, I guess historically, seeing what this game was doing that still feels cool even nowadays. Like, it seriously feels just as good as it did when I played it before. It only feels weird because I've had so much time and context in between, you know? Oh, it's hold L and press A to... Yeah, there we go. It puts them in formation. Looks very good. Man, I just realized you have all the different consoles in the back. Look, you can see all the different Nintendo consoles. That's pretty cool. Actually, wait, where's the... Oh, there's the Super Nintendo. I was like, where is it? Oh, man, big CRTs. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's sort of the why I like working in the realm of pixel game, you know, like RPG Maker style games, and in a way, I kind of want to work in older school 3D graphics when I get around to doing more Blender and more modeling, more stuff like that. I do find that I really prefer this era of like not just the design, but the graphical style as well. I think in some way it's not necessarily that it lets me be lazy, because I can make lower res stuff and all that, because I definitely could be lazy with it, but it's more like there's something specific to this era in terms of how it feels that I don't necessarily... I don't think I'd want to... I don't know if I'd want to leave it behind entirely. Let's see, have we finished with everybody? Guess I'll check that really quick. Well, I'm looking for something to do while I'm talking. Oh, I haven't done with Mewtwo. Okay. Well, see if I can't fix that. Okay. Huh. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this fast, but I could at least get it done. I don't recall the last time I ever saw this course. Well, okay, well that was a screw up. All right, well that's better. That was better than the original record, so I'll take that. Okay, I'm guessing then that I want to go for... Okay. I'm trying to think of which route to go with this, because this is very awkward. I'm really trying to think ahead critically. I am not able to talk during this. I was hoping this would be kind of quick and easy, but no, this is much harder than I thought it was going to be. Okay. God bless America. Good enough. Whew, okay, there we go. Blast from the past, Dreamland is yours. Oh, that's what you get for doing that? Really? Oh. Wow. Oh god, no, I don't want to do that. Hey, start. There we go. Man, okay. I got trophies for that. I'm gonna go look. I don't remember those trophies for some reason. Maybe it's just me. But yeah, I guess it's just something with this era makes me... Well, it makes me both nostalgic and kind of just happy to see stuff like this. I'm a big fan of unlockables, personally. I feel like it is the fact that this era feels... There's a nostalgia to it, but It also feels like a collective feeling that older graphics have something special to them. I have learned of all things that with pixel graphics and like older graphics in general, one thing you can get away with is that you can use the unknown to really spook people, as well as being able to use it to kind of not really like gloss over, but to mask over if certain details don't quite look as you want them to. You can use older graphics to kind of control what the player sees in certain ways that you can't really do with. To my mind, it's that when the trick is there's no trick. If your presentation is bad, nothing saves it. But if you have a trick and you're doing something clever, it's almost like the trick. It's almost like that sleight of hand can serve as a way to excuse it, to give it some room to work. Because when you make something that's graphically, graphical fidelity, you make the photoreal games and such, if something goes wrong or something doesn't look right, you break the immersion like glass. If something goes wrong in an older game and something goes wrong, the player laughs. They aren't laughing at you, they're laughing with you and they're having fun. But it's harder to do that when you have no room to work in there. Which I'm curious if that'll happen tomorrow. So, we're going to talk about the schedule stuff, because I'm done for today, I think. So, tomorrow we are playing Silent Hill F, because I have it available, and I can. I will preface that with the warning. I will also throw a warning before I start the game tomorrow, at the beginning of stream, that Silent Hill is a horror game, and it is for mature audiences only. So, view at your own discretion, but, I don't tend to throw warnings out too often, but I feel like with horror games, especially ones that look to be quite graphic, I throw out my warnings. I'll remind everyone tomorrow as well. And then Sunday, we're playing Sonic Racing Crossworlds, which is going to be a lot of fun. I've already played a little bit. I think everyone who hasn't seen it yet is going to enjoy it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I might open the floor to doing some games with viewers, maybe. But it'll really depend on where the stream sort of lands. So we'll see. But thank you all for coming by. Thank you to everyone who came by and couldn't stay to the end. Yeah. Schedule. Besides the schedule stuff, I don't think there's anything else I need to worry about. I don't think. Let's see. I'm looking through. Let's see. I'm looking through to see if where I should raid to. No, I could raid over to Kree. Alrighty. Well, now and never. See you guys next. Goodbye for now, and thank you so much. I'll see you soon.